Hey, my loves. How are we doing? Ooh. Ooh. How did you know? 'Cause I never told. You found out. I got a crush on you. How are we doing today, my loves? Today's drink is a fresh pressed tangerine juice and carrot juice. What are you drinking? Let's do. Oh no, I'm right-handed. Ciao. Let's do it. Ooh, hey, Proscian, why don't you come on in the room? Oh, come on in the room. Hey, Black Lavender, shout out to my moderator. Thank you for coming on in the room. Hey, Shannon, come on in the room. That's right, SB313, girl. Come on in the room. Oh, come on in the room. Get in here, Al Boogie. Come on in the room. Oh, come on in the room. Yeah. How are you guys doing? How are we doing, my loves? Hey, Pepe. Hey, Kimberly. What's up? Hey, Nikki A. Hey, Cammy. Hey, Bianca. What's up, Josh? Hey, Ryan. Hey, Candace. Candace said, I'm listening and working. That's right. Hey, Candace's workplace. Hey, Naturally, Angie. You know what? One day I'll do a medley. One day I'll do a medley, Naturally, Angie. Hey, Miss Sweet Rebel. Hey, Simply Simone. Yes, thank you, Simply Simone. Prayers to all our Star family in Texas and everybody affected by this ridiculous storm that's happening right now. Pray that everybody, is okay. Is okay. How are you all doing? Hey, JB says what? Hey, Priscilla. Oh, part 2? This part was insane. Insane. Hey, KT. Hey, Giovanni. Giovanni said, we in here, Nikki. Yes, baby, we in here. Get in here. Yeah, get in there. Hey, SCP. SCP says you done took me back to the Methodist church. That's right. Hey, Libra Soul. Hey, Kyla. Yes, they are, Kyla. You know what, Josh? I enjoyed the season and the reunion. I really, really did. I really did. Oh, thank you, Shannon Van. I actually wish this season was longer, but it seems like, oh. So, little insider tea, right? I had to like, if you notice, my background is a little messed up because I literally, before I got on, I had an audition. And this audition was like, it was like an audition to be like a choir member in a commercial. I don't know if I'm going to get it or not, but it's my life. Like, I audition every day. It's just what I do. It's my job, right? So I just submitted to my agent. My agent responded that she was dancing along to my audition because I just made up like some church songs or whatever. I should have did come on in the room. But I just made something up off the fly. And she was just like, I love it. I was dancing right along. So wish your girl luck. Oh no, El Boogie, I'm sorry. You were so shady. El Boogie said the in-laws I like are in Texas. Yeah, Ryan. I don't think they're married as well. I really, really don't. Watching her, you know what? We didn't get a lot of Mary this season because Mary started off as a friend of the show when they were filming with the first production company that Bravo had hired to do this show. They fired that production company because they didn't like what they did. They brought in the production company that does the Real Housewives of New York. And the Real Housewives of New York saw Mary and was just like, oh no, she's going to be a part of the main cast. Moved her from friend of the show to main cast member. And that QAnon girl who was at the insurrection, she was a main cast member. They were, she was just being real problematic in her confessional. So they dropped her down to a friend of the show and cut a lot of her scenes out significantly because they found her to be extremely problematic. And now we all know why she was dropped down to friend of the show and all of her scenes were cut. So this is why we didn't get a lot of Mary. And now that I'm seeing a lot of Mary at this reunion, I'm like, how are they going to film with this chick being a main cast member next season? Because she is a lot to handle. A lot to handle. Hey, Mary, thank you. Hey, Kyle. Oh, Kyle. She was just out of her mind. Out of her mind. Hey, Amira. Can I just say, if you're going to do by the way, I'm not juicing. There's too much going on in this world. I need my nutrients, all of them. But my mom is juicing, and she's been going to this this natural food store that is ran by, I think, Persian immigrants. I think it's a Persian immigrant natural food market, and she gets all of her fruits and vegetables from there. Guys, Americans, you have to taste, fruits and vegetables not touched by all the GMO and all the crazy stuff that Americans allow in our foods. This tastes so good. There's no sweetener in it or anything. It's just orange juice and carrot juice, and it tastes so good. So good. You got to get the fresh organic stuff, man. Ryan said, there's something about Mary, y'all. Good Lord. Hey, Yvette, what's up? Is it Yvette or Yvette? Let her girl know. What's up, Philly? I can't wait to come home. No, Proscian, it's okay. It's okay, because Mary entertained me too. It is what it is, right? Sometimes unstable people are good for reality TV, if you want to be honest with you. It's okay. This was a good reunion. Simply Simone said, Mary during this reunion, my God, get this woman some PR training. They will eventually, because Andy loves her. I'm going to tell you that right now. As a businessman, he loves her. He could not take his eyes off of Mary. Mary got so much screen time and said so little. She did not Mary made a couple of problematic comments. Absolutely. It's Mary. But she did not talk nearly as much as Lisa and Heather, and she got the same amount of screen time, if not more. I forgot that Meredith was there. Andy loves her. He's going to make Mary work. Trust and believe. He's going to make Mary work. Oh, hey, DMAC34. Oh, it's okay, babe. Thanks for stopping by. Oh, JB says, well, I'm so glad you got your power back. The stuff that I've been singing, guys, and then that man had the nerve to go to Cancun. Are you kidding me? The fact that he didn't get jumped in that airport by Texans, ciao. Meredith was not engaged. Yes, Phil. She did not engage this entire reunion. Naturally Angie. Oh, wait, before I'm about to start, but Naturally Angie, what is she going to spill? Because Naturally Angie said, I can't wait for Jen to spill all the business next episode. Ooh, what is she spilling? What do you know that we don't? Ryan said Mary's going to have to emerge from her closet in season 2. Yes, praying for Texas. Hey, Serenity. Serenity. Can I tell you, I got a reminder. The things that I have reminders about on my Google alert. I got a reminder about the Mortal Kombat trailer right before I logged on. I was just like, I'm either going to be late and watch this trailer or I'm going to do my people right and get here on time. I got here on time. If you're interested, I might watch. No, they're going to cut me. YouTube's going to cut this video off. So, no, but this, I have been waiting for this movie since I was like, when did the other Mortal Kombat come out? Did the other Mortal Kombat come out when I was like 11? Just now, I've been waiting for it forever because I thought we were going to have like at the first Mortal Kombat movie, I thought we were going to have more. I thought it was going to be like a trilogy. You know, I just thought it was going to be like the Fast and the Furious, right? I just thought we were always going to have Mortal Kombat movies. They did that one Mortal Kombat movie and nothing. And I was like, are you kidding me? No more katana? Like, girl, what? I need that. I need that. So this movie, guys, it has to do well. It has to do well because I need more. I need a Mortal Kombat movie every year. Every year. Oh, God. If we get, oh my God. You know what? I just thought about Street Fighter. I don't know if Street Fighter is politically correct because I was just like, would a Chung-Li character, would that be problematic? Because I enjoyed that when I was a child, but as an adult, it's giving me pause. I don't know, but if we can get a good Street Fighter, oh God, if we can do that, I'm all in. But that trailer, oh my gosh, Serenity, I cannot wait to watch it. Oh my goodness. Ryan said, when you make your way to Europe, Nikki, the produce from the open markets in Spain and Italy is amazing. Listen, outside of like looking for like, because my YouTube, outside of, you know, what I do with you guys here on this channel, I normally am on YouTube looking at makeup tutorials, um, apartments, apartment tours and home tours and places that I plan on living and hair stuff. That is the only thing that I do here on YouTube, aside from watch like Busy, Shannon Van, and Just Call Me Wild. Like aside from that, and Funky Dineva too. But aside from that, like that's like what I do, right? But the majority of my search, the majority of the things that I search for is open markets and places that I plan on traveling to. So I cannot wait to go to Israel. Oh my God. I was looking at this open market in Israel. It, you know, I don't know if I'm saying it wrong. Israel or Israel. I'm Black from Philly. But I was like touring this open market and I was like, I can't wait. I can't wait. I just want to go to that market. I just want to go to that market. So yeah, there's an open market in Israel I can't wait to go to. And there is, I'm looking at all the like street food places that I want to go to in Japan. Baby. A baby. When I can get out of this nation, I'm going. I'm going. I'm banging out of America like I'm Ted Cruz, baby. I'm getting out of here. I'm getting out of here. I'm leaving America like Ted Cruz in a crisis. I'm getting out. Oh my God, JB says what? Listen. Oh, Bree, I'm actually about to start the review. I'm just waiting. There was some tea that was dropped. I wanted to get it before I started. Hey, Josie. Yeah, it was a good reunion. Yes, Proshi. Yeah, we need our Jada, Katana, and Melina, Tanya doing flips. Yes, I can't wait to watch this trailer. Oh, okay. Naturally, Angie said about her husband not going to the funeral. I also noticed when she gets too upset, she starts lying. Oh, Jen was lying all through this. Oh, she was lying all through this. And them shady Bravo editors, for everything that she lied about, they put the scene up right next to her lying about it. Oh, Ashby 13. Mortal Kombat had a sequel? I feel like I remember it, but I think it was bad. I forgot about it. Yes, El Boogie, there's a new Mortal Kombat movie coming. I've been following that movie for years. Years. Oh, thanks, Miss Sweet Rebel. Oh, yeah, she was a hot mess. A hot mess. Listen, let's get into the Real Housewives of Salt Lake City. I just got finished watching New Jersey. Let me tell you something. Before I start this review, Teresa Giudice said, "Oh, y'all want a season? Oh, I'm gonna give y'all a season." Within the first 13 minutes, Teresa was like, "Let's get the mess started." I was like, "Oh, Teresa, you're not even gonna wait till like episode 2 or 3." Teresa was like, "I'm on the clock. I'm on the clock. I got stuff to do today. Let's get the mess started." She was telling every and anybody who would listen. Oh, they're gonna give us a season. Okay, New Jersey. We can keep the New Jersey cast because I want all of these shows recasted except for Potomac. We in Salt Lake. We may be able to keep the Jersey cast. We'll see. But so far, so good. Oh, it went straight to DVD. Ooh. Oh, it did. Crystal, any and everybody who will listen. Teresa was like, "Did you know?" Oh, are you leaving? You're getting something to eat? Okay, well, I'll tell you. Did you know that Teresa said, "I'm on the clock. I can't sit here and film all day. Let me start the mess and let me bounce." You know what? I can't. I might just do a review of that show right after this review. But anyway, this is the last thing I'll say about Teresa. Teresa had one drink, right? The drink was full the whole time she was telling that man's tea. She took like 2 sips. I don't know. Maybe it's because I'm drinking. Girl, no. I love her. I said, "Teresa, you ain't take not 2 sips from that drink. Now you're drunk. That's why you're telling this tea. Come on, girl." She said, I got some place to be. Let me get this mess started so I can go pick up my kids. Come on, Teresa. Oh. Jonas said, in the words of Miss Lisa Rinna, y'all, I gotta do Salt Lake City. I gotta do Salt Lake City. Do not. You know what? I think, okay, give me a thumbs up because I think because I just watched it, I'm excited about it. If you want to talk about the Real Housewives of New Jersey as well, like after I do this review, let me know because baby, the ladies delivered. Okay, the ladies delivered. Anyway, if you're just here, where's my thing? Oh, okay. Okay. We'll talk. Okay, if you are just here for the review, beloved, of the Real Housewives of Salt Lake City, it starts right now. Also, thank you for the thumbs up. Also, I think what I will do is I'll just keep this time for the Salt Lake City live. And like when it's over, I think I'll just make this New Jersey. Let me know if y'all want me to do that. And because I was just going to film New Jersey. But if you guys want to do a live about New Jersey, I'll do that too. Hey, Phil, thank you so much for the super chat. Thank you so much for the super chat, Phil. Thank you. Phil said, yes, of course we won Jersey. Teresa is a mess. I love her. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, so what I'll do is I'll talk about Salt Lake first, then we'll get into Jersey, and I'll do that for next week as well. And then after that, this will just be the Real Housewives of New Jersey chat, if that's what we want to do. Give you girls a thumbs up and let me know. All right, let's get into it. Mary. What the hell was Mary on? Mary was out of her mind this entire reunion. I think we didn't realize how nuts she was because she didn't get a lot of screen time at the first part of the reunion. This part, listen, I know that she is a character, right? But I hope production realizes that Mary is somebody. Oh, perfect. We're going to keep, okay, so this will be Jersey moving forward. But I think production needs to realize that Mary can get this show canceled real quick. So you guys are going to have to heavily produce her. I'm talking about in her confessionals. I know y'all might enjoy letting her fly by the seat of her pants and just say whatever the hell she wants. No, Mary has to be scripted. I'm going to be real with you, because the way she was talking at this reunion, I was just like, oh, she can get this show canceled. Mary can get this show canceled. She was out of her mind. Like, I didn't believe anything that Mary said this reunion. Anything that Mary said. The whole thing about the boils, she was getting boils, so that's why she got oil and sweat glands removed. What are you talking about? I had boils all over my skin, so I had to have my oil glands removed, and it's a family thing. I don't believe nothing that Mary says. I think Mary was getting, that controversial electric surgery that Black Dolores was getting. I think she was getting work done, and I think she was getting work done, and I think it went a little wrong, and she probably had to go to the hospital to do that. I don't think it was a medical procedure. Mary's a liar. Mary's a liar. Mary is a liar. Sometimes she tells the truth, but I feel like the majority of the time, Mary is lying. And I think Mary is okay with lying because she's always in conversations with imaginary people on another planet. And everybody just act like Mary is okay. She's not. Mary is in La La Land. La La Land. And don't nobody know where La La Land is but Mary. I do not believe this oil gland thing. So let's get to the hospital. We spent so much time on this hospital. And poor Jen. Jen was like, I didn't go to the hospital, Mary. I did not smell like hospital. Like, I felt like Jen was so exhausted from this. And also, I can't believe that I'm arguing about this. You know what I mean? Like, I know she's just like, I can't believe that this is why we're not friends. Because you won't let go of your idea of me smelling like a hospital, because Mary wouldn't let it go. Even when Jen said, I did not go to the hospital that day at all. I did talk to you about my, aunt being in the hospital, but I did not go that day. And Mary just was stuck on her smelling like a hospital, and she would not let it go. Jen was just so exhausted from it. And Mary was just like, she smelled like a hospital, but she did. No. She smelled like a hospital. I was like, oh, girl, you are crazy. Oh, she is not right. But she's good enough and okay for reality TV. But I will say this about Jen, though. Mary did apologize to you. I don't know if you forgot about it, but when you said that you didn't get an apology from Mary, what did the Real Housewives of Salt Lake City producers do? Editors do. Showed that scene where Mary apologized to you, just like, get over here. No, I don't want you mad at me. I'm sorry. She's so crazy. And she don't even know. Where is this is one of my notes. Where is Mary? Like, where is she? Because we go from talking about the hospital, how Jen smells like hospital, to Black men standing in front of a 7-Eleven. Because Jen was like, you did say that. I believe Jen. Jen has our moments when she's lying, but Jen is aware that she's lying. I think Mary just makes stuff up. She just makes stuff up and it just lands. Like, if she'll say something and if it just lands, she will go with it. She is just, it's something going on there. I don't want to say that I feel like she has a mental disorder. I think there's something with some substance that she's doing. I think that she is altering her mind some way by using some kind of drug. That's what I think. I don't know if Mary is drinking, if she's shooting up something, if she's smoking something, but I think she's taking some bumps of something before she films this show. So anyway, Jen is like, you did say that about Black men. I have a Black son. I didn't like that. Mary's like, oh, I'm Black and I got a Black son. And Jen is like, yeah, and you said it. And I absolutely believe that she said that to Jen, that she doesn't go in front of us, that she doesn't go to a 7-Eleven if she sees Black men standing outside. I will say, as a woman, if I see a group of men, any race, congregating anywhere, I turn around. Like, if I am about to go to a 7-Eleven and I see like a bunch of teenage boys, it could be the freaking Mickey Mouse Club, okay? It could be boys from different races, different cultures, different sexual identities. It could be whatever it is. If it's a group of them, I'm not going in. I'm like, you know what? Do I really need those Funyuns? No, I'm going to, Target. I'm not. I'm just not. It's just, as a woman, it's just not safe. If it's more than two men, it ain't safe unless it's, unless it's what you want. Okay, you know what I mean? Like, unless this is consensual, no. You know what I mean? But if it's a group of men, I just don't do it either. So she could have just said that, right? She could have just said, no, I just said that about men. And if it is a lot of men, I don't go in because a lot of women can relate to that, right? She tries to say it, and then it goes from racism to colorism. Like, girl. She goes, no, and I'm black. I'm black, but I like white men. What happened? Guys, I wish I could have felt my reaction because I was sitting there like, wait, where did? And then she said her husband was white. Andy was so confused. Andy was like, Andy was looking at Mary like, then he gonna look back at Lisa like Lisa can help the situation. He was so confused. She was just like, no, I'm black. I didn't say that about black people. I love black people. I know we come in all shades, but I'm attracted to white men. Andy was like, you're married to a black man. Yeah, but he's white. Andy was like, what? And she was like, no, he's light. The dark ones. Girl, what? Mary. No, it's the dark ones I'm not attracted to. It just got worse. This is why she has to be heavily produced. She cannot go off on her own because it just got, every time they just let her talk, it just got worse and worse and worse. It went from, I am afraid to go to a 7-Eleven if I see a group of black men in front of it, to I'm attracted to white men. I only married my husband because he's a light black man. I don't like the dark ones. It's sad, right? And I feel like, I'm going to be real with you. I feel like if anybody else said it, I would be angry, but it's just like Mary is just not there. She's not there. So it's like, how can I get mad at this woman who I'm just like, I don't even think you know where you're at. She's just not there, and she doesn't get it. Because Andy was just like, so you're only attracted to white men? She was like, sorry, it's Navient. I already foreclosed. I said foreclosed. I put my loans in like economic deferment or something like that. Listen, we're in a pandemic. Leave me alone, Navient. Anyway. But she's like trying to tell him that, yes, like this is the thing, right? Mary was trying to tell Andy that she's only attracted to white men, but she realized that she was on camera. So she was hoping that Andy was picking up her signals. I think the funniest thing was just watching Andy react to Mary, because she's just like, and Andy's like, is that a no? She's so crazy. That's why I keep on telling you guys, she's great for reality TV. Like, I did not agree with anything that she was saying, but why Mary is so great is because of the reactions of everybody else around her, because everybody else is like common sense. Everybody else is common sense, but Mary is just out of it. So unfortunately, the funny part is just seeing everybody react to her, because Heather was like, Jim was like, like Jim knew. Jim was like, the girl ain't well, so I'm just going, yeah, my son's black, so she's so out of her mind. And I just want to say this, guys, I am not shocked that a dark-skinned woman who bleaches her skin feels that way about, dark people, like dark black people. Mary has her own kind of self-hate. You can see from her before and after pictures. It's not her not liking something about herself. She does not like her blackness. She bleaches her skin so she has this casket ready skin tone. She has chopped her nose up so much. She was a beautiful black woman. all this stuff that she has done to herself to make her look like, a season 1 Walking Dead zombie. You can tell there's something going on with her. So I didn't agree with anything that she said. I didn't think that anything that she said was hilarious. I was really just losing it over Andy trying to like rationalize what this Black woman was saying, and the fact that all the white people were appalled. All the white people on stage were like, "Oh, Mary. Oh, she is crazy." But this is the thing, Andy. Because she's Black, right? She's not going to get the same backlash as somebody, as like if Heather would have said that, right? Heather would have gotten dragged. Of course, Mary got dragged, but she's Black and she's, obviously unstable. And she also was talking about a community she comes from, right? So the sting is there, but not as much as the outrage, because we know that there's something going on there, right? As a people, we get it. She can't do this to a community she don't belong to. So I'm gonna just let you know, get her now. You are going to have to heavily produce this woman, because if you just let her out there and let her say whatever she wants, she's going to get this show canceled. And it's such a good show. Please, y'all have to produce her ridiculously. She is unhinged, and you cannot just let her go off the fly and say whatever she wants. Lisa and Heather just need to fight. I mean, at some point, they got to start pulling out each other's weaves, head butting each other, biting. You know what I mean? They got to start windmilling. They have to just physically fight and move on. They need a fight club. They need a Mormon fight club, because I don't know what they were fighting about. I lost track. They just don't like each other. It was like we could be talking about somebody else, and then Heather would make a comment to Lisa, or Lisa would just, say something. See, I told you she's a liar. And Andy's like, well, we're talking about this. What is going on? They just do not like each other. Even when it was time to go to lunch, they were still coming at each other's necks. I think they just need to have a physical fight and dead it after that. You know what I mean? Knock out some front teeth, pull, out some weed, do a little couple of scratching, maybe give a little ball spot to each other, and then be like, at the end of the fight, right? Maybe if y'all both on a stretcher, y'all can just look to each other and say, it's finished. Like, we're done with this. We can move forward. Because I feel like they keep on saying, oh, we're okay, we can move forward. Then something else is said, and they're right back in the thick of this war. I think something major needs to happen, like a physical fight. So it could just, so this, war could reach its peak and we can come down from there. Because I would absolutely hate to be a part of this cast with two people like this who cannot stand each other, and there's no talking sense into them, because they just don't like each other. They really, really don't. The whole reunion, they're going back and forth. And I'm like, why don't we just move the coffee table and let you two go at it? Because I feel like that's the only way we're going to be able to move on from this with these two. They hate each other. They were going at each other on moments that didn't even concern them. They hate each other. Before I go on, we got a super chat from my baby Phil. Phil said, Lisa is mad because she thought that she would be the star of the show. However, Heather became the star of the show due to Lisa supposedly being the nucleus. Thank you so much for the super chat, Phil. And I absolutely agree with you, because I will get into Lisa recommending Heather later, but I know she thought she was going to be the Lisa Vanderpump, and it didn't go that way. But real quick, let me get into Mary and this again. Mary's a liar. Remember when Mary on the show said that her grandmother put in her will that she wanted her to get with her husband? Her grandmother wanted Mary to marry her husband. Remember when Mary said that the whole season? Then we get here to the reunion. Oh, she only said that. She didn't write it, but she said it. And Andy was just like, oh, so she said it to your family? Oh, no, just me. Nobody knew. How did it go from she wrote that in the will to nobody knew. She just said it to you. So you're the only one who can confirm this conversation. Mary, what? You can't keep up with your lies. That's the thing. You tell all these lies and you just cannot keep up with them. And I think that Mary told this grand lie because the truth was ugly. And I'm not saying this is the truth, but from her cousin, allegedly, Mary was cheating with this man, with her grandmother's husband. She was cheating with him. The whole church knew it. After the grandmother died, they wanted him to be with somebody age appropriate. Mary's mother was trying to be that girl, and it didn't happen because he wanted to be with Mary. And because the grandmother is dead and he is now, the kingpin of this church, he made the choice to be with Mary. So Mary is going along acting like she doesn't want to be with this man. Like, she didn't have sex with him and all of this stuff. But word on the street is she was banging him way before she had his last name. So she then came on this show and she's trying to tell us a different story because the truth is messier than this lie that she done told. I kind of believe the cousin. I'm not saying I fully believe the cousin, but if y'all watch his interview on YouTube, points were made. Points were made. Anyway, we got a super chat from TP. Thank you, TP. Thank you so much for the super chat, TP. Love you. Thank you, my love. So yeah, I'm just like, Mary, you lying. You lying. Because your mother, like her whole family is not involved with Mary. The only people from her family that is involved with Mary is her cousins, her aunt and her cousin who clean her home. And they clean my home because I pay their rent on my property. You don't pay the rent on your property. That's your property. So their rent that they're paying you is by giving you this free service of cleaning the home. Like, how are we just now finding out that the two women that clean your home is your aunt and your cousin? Remember on the show, it was just my cleaning lady. It wasn't until like later in the season that we found out that was actually her cousin. Now we have found out that not only is she her cousin, she lives on Mary's property as well. And she also cleans the home with Mary's aunt, who is her mother. She got too much going on. Let me tell you something, Jen. You don't come after Mary by screaming at her or making everybody hate her. If you are gunning for Mary next season, tell her business. Tell her business. Bring that cousin on the show. That's how you come for Mary. All that screaming and you're friends with Mary, that don't work. You see where it got you, right? It don't work. Get that messy cousin that is all over YouTube telling the family business. Get that messy cousin on the show. All you got to do is have brunch with him and be like, you know what? I want to get close to Mary, but there's a block there. And I feel like the block is, I don't really know who she is. So I decided to sit down and meet with, one of her family members who knows a lot about Mary. I'm really just meeting with him to get to know who she is so I can find a way for us to have a better relationship. Because I think if I actually know who Mary is, I might be able to help her within this group. Set it up like that. Don't set it up like you're trying to get some tea and trying to be messy on the show. Set it up like I really want to figure out why me and Mary don't get along. So I am meeting with a family member to, help me become closer to her so that we won't have all this strife in the group. That's how you set it up, mama. And all you have to do is sit down with that cousin at brunch and let him spill. That's how you win Mary, period. If that's what you want to do, you don't have to take that advice, but I'm just telling you, the way that you were going about it this season didn't work for you. It actually worked in Mary's favor and worked against you. Get that cousin on the show. One episode. That's all you need. One episode. So Mary gets emotional about her marriage. I think Mary got emotional about the marriage, speaking about her marriage, is because Andy was asking too many questions. Andy was asking too many questions and Mary was answering them, but she has lied so much, she couldn't remember what she said. So Mary started crying to get Andy to stop asking questions and to divert our attention from the fact that the math ain't mathing. Her story is not adding up. It went from, oh, I love him, to, oh, now we sleep in separate beds and we haven't had sex for years. But that's marriage. Marriage is tough. He loves me. Every Chanel bag that I have, he gave it to me. And he's not taking money from the church. My grandmother had a lot of businesses, and when the businesses closed down, he saved all that money. That's how he's able to buy all this stuff for me. You're lying. You're lying, ma'am. You're lying. The church is paying for your Chanel purse and that closet that you ain't never left the whole season. You're not sleeping with that man because he has gotten older than you. It was fine when he was older than you, but he was still tight. He was still slim goody, right? He was still a little fine, but he was an older man fine. Now he just old. No shade, old and wide and slow, and you're not getting excited for that anymore. So now you don't feel like jumping up and down on him, but you don't want to divorce him because he gives you Chanel purses with the church's money. So you sleep in a separate bed, but you show up and act like the first lady because you don't want to lose that position, money, and power. That's what's going on, sweetie. And you started all that crying because you realized that you couldn't keep up with the story because of the way everybody was looking at you, because it just wasn't making sense. We got another super chat from my boo, TP. TP said, while Mary is a liar, the condition she was describing is a real condition. Okay, thank you. It's an autoimmune inflammatory condition that will produce cysts. Thank you so much for that info, TP. I truly appreciate it. Thank you. But we both agree that Mary is lying about it. Neither one of us believe it. But thank you, TP, for letting me know that is a real condition. Thank you. But that's what it is. Mary is lying so much. I think she just started crying because she wanted to stop answering questions about her marriage because she couldn't keep up. She couldn't keep up with the lies. So the stuff that she was saying just wasn't making sense. And I think she was reading the room and looking at everybody's reactions to what she was saying. And then she just started crying. Chanel person. What? You don't feel like jumping up and down on that old man no more. It was cute when you was younger and he was younger. Now that y'all both a little older and he has gotten a lot older than you are at this point, you are not attracted to that anymore. But you don't want to lose them Chanel bags. Let's tell the truth. And what? Shame the devil. So Whitney and Heather are actually cousins. Okay, we have figured that out. They really are cousins, but they still act like friends because they were friends first and found out later that they are cousins. What? Like, how distant? Are they distant cousins or are they? I don't know. But they still act like girlfriend. I don't know. I'm glad that we finally found out that they're actually blood cousins. But it was still just very weird because the way that Whitney was talking about Heather was not like she was family. So I think they might be distant cousins. Because it was just really weird the way that she was talking about her. Because they act like friends, not like family, the way Whitney was talking about Heather. Because they act like friends and not like family to me. Listen, when we get into Heather and her Mormon life and how she has been a poster child for like ex-Mormons, and how, she's so excited that Rihanna loves her. Heather was getting really emotional, right? Because she has all daughters and she's just like, I want my daughters to have a much different life than I did, because Heather was the good Mormon girl, and the good Mormon girl was in a marriage that she hated and that she was miserable in. And now she is older and she feels like she has missed out, right? So she wants her daughters to, she wants her daughters to have what she didn't have. And that is lots of sex, multiple partners, getting drunk, maybe popping some pills. Like Heather was like, I want them to do it all. Everything that I did not do, I want to live vicariously through my kids. I want them to have multiple partners. I want them to be wowed. She kept on saying, wow. I want them to be wowed. I want them to do it all. And I'm like, Heather, I understand, right? But girl. Really bad. You know what I mean? Like, some things I get, but I'm just like, you want your kids to be wild. You want your daughters to be wild. I just feel like as a mom, you should still, I don't know. I just feel like you shouldn't want them to do everything, right? I think you should be like, maybe not this orgy. don't want her to, the way she was saying it, Heather said everything. I want them to do everything. And I'm like, you sure about that, mama? Because they could be doing everything with the wrong man and get caught up in some mess. Still, like, I'm not saying like don't let them go out there and live their life and run free, but still, like, at least set some boundaries as a mama. You know what I mean? Like, you got to come to your mom about some things for some advice and be like, should I? You don't want to come to your mom and be like, should I do this? And the mom is like, girl, get it in from all ends. I just feel like you just want your mom to tell you not to do it, but give you some sound advice on maybe why you shouldn't, even though you probably are. But you still want to know that your mom would just be like, no. Heather is like, no. I want them to bang their whole school. I want my daughters to get trains run on them. I'm like, Heather, wait now. No, girl. Did you see Mary's face? That was the only time I could ever agree with Mary. Mary was like, like, that was the only time I was just like, you know what, Mary? I agree with you right here. Not everything. Not everything, girl. Like, she would not let up. All of it, Andy. I want them to do all of it. Everything. Wow. And I'm like, because it can get crazy. Especially in college. It can get crazy. Not that I know. Not that I know. Let me move on. But I get it. Ciao. This mother flashbacking. I get it, right? Like, I totally understand, being a church girl and, feeling like you missed out on some stuff. But girl, you're not dead. You can be wild and you can do all of that stuff. You're good and grown. You've made your decisions. Like what is, right from wrong at this point, right? You're not young and naive and, won't be manipulated into some things. You can do that. But don't tell your 16-year-old she can go wild. Because the 16 today ain't the 16 when you was a 16. It's a different kind of 16. You can do it. Don't live through your daughters. You do it. Why not? You grown. You pay your bills. You good. You know how to make, good decisions. You do it. Not your babies. Child. I was with Mary. I was like, oh, not everything. Not everything. Especially if them girls ain't going to no Mormon college. Keep them out of them big city schools. But I get it. I totally understand where Heather was going, what she was saying. She just doesn't want to raise her girls up in bondage because that's what she grew up in. And I get it. And I'm 190% with her. So let's get into Lisa wanting to be the HBIC of the group, not realizing, I guess until, filming started, that she just wasn't that girl. She just wasn't that girl because I didn't know that Lisa was the one that submitted everybody for the show and recommended Heather. And now that I know that, I'm starting to get more why Heather is so pissed, because to come on the show and say that you don't know her, but you recommended her for this show about women who are friends, I would feel some sort of way too. Because before, I just felt like, until this reunion, I felt like Heather was just doing the most with this. I was just like, okay, y'all went to college and she says she doesn't remember you. It happens. There are people I have run into from college. They said they went to college with me. They know my name. They knew like my dorm, like where I stayed. They said they hung out with me for my birthday. And I was like, girl, who? Like, it happens, right? So I just felt like Heather was doing the most. But then we get, not only do you know her well enough to recommend a show that you're going to film with her on, and it's about friends. So you do know her, but you're coming on the show, and as soon as the cameras, come on, you're acting like you don't know her, and you're thumbs upping her. I would be pissed too. I would be pissed too, because it's such clear shade. You were clearly shading Heather, and And I don't know if it's because of how she looks, because she's not dressing like you and Meredith, or you just think that she's not that girl, but you thought she was that girl enough to recommend her for the show. And are you a little pissed off because she's not coming on the show acting like a flunky? She's at your level and people enjoy her. Is this why you're upset? Because now I get why Heather is mad at Lisa. I don't understand why Lisa is just so angry as well. Like, I don't understand what Lisa's issue is. Before I go on, we have a super chat from Micheline. Hey, baby. Micheline said, what was going on in Mary's household that she was comfortable marrying her grandfather? Forget the cousin. Bring her. Oh, come on, Micheline. Micheline said, forget the cousin. Bring the mother on next season. Let's go. I'm here for it. Let's do it. Thank you so much, Micheline, for the what? Super chat. Thank you, my love. I'm here for it. Let's do it. Let's go. Now that would be a season, because I would want to see where Mary got it from. That would be a season. So anyway, Heather and Lisa are just like going at it. The show goes to lunch and they're still going at it. This is my only issue with Heather. You got an issue with Lisa. Keep it with Lisa. I felt like she was trying so hard to make Meredith mad at Lisa by saying that she wasn't a friend because she was protecting Jen, who came after Meredith. But if Meredith wasn't bothered by it, Heather, leave it alone. Like, keep your issue with Lisa. I just felt like you kept on trying to bring Meredith in, and it just wasn't working. Meredith kept on saying, I have no problem with her. No, that's my friend. I have no problem with her. We're good. We're good. So you just kept on trying it and it just wasn't landing. And I felt like Lisa was also trying to move on from it because she knows she's not going to win with you and you're not going to win with her. So I think she just wanted to dead it. But you are so like angry and mad, and even when she at least Lisa was making the effort to move on from it, I was like, I don't like you, I'll never like you, we'll never be friends, stay over there. I get why you're beefing with her, but if the girl is trying to end it, why is it that big of a deal that it has to last this long? Like, Heather would not get off of Lisa's neck. She wanted to stay there. She broke Lisa down to the point where we've never seen her cry. We've seen Lisa cry once, and it was about her kids. And this time, Lisa was breaking down, and I felt bad for the girl because I got it. She was just like, she's trying to make me, make me get into an issue with my best friend on the show. Like, I'm trying to fix it with her. She doesn't want to fix it with me. And to that, I say, Lisa, leave it alone. Don't even engage. Take a note from Meredith's book. Don't engage with Heather if every time you engage with her, you know that she's going to want to start something with you. She don't like you. She don't like you, and she don't like what you did to her on that show. And I think you cut her deeper than you intended. You probably could have just been trying to be shady for camera time. But what you did, it seems like Heather is somebody who really deals with rejection poorly. And that's nothing wrong with that, right? Not saying that that's bad. She does not like being rejected. You can see how she acts with Jen, when she's still pretty mad at Jen because she feels like Jen tried to, get with the cool girls and leave her out in the dust. And then you acting like you don't know her. That bothered her. And I think we might not find out this season or, at the last reunion. Maybe next season we'll find out why it bothers her so much that you all are acting like she doesn't exist. And again, it could just be for TV, but it's bothering her a lot. Whitney is just like, she does the same to me and she can handle it better. But I think there's something that happened to Heather that, whatever Lisa did and Jen did, it just hit her in a deep, soft, sensitive spot. And she is going for blood and will not let up. Even if you're down dead and not getting back up, Heather will make sure you will never return. This really hurt her. She really, really was hurt by Jen and Lisa this season. And listen, I like her. Y'all know I love me some Heather. It's just not a good look. I really would like for her to move on from it because this beef with her and Lisa just took over the reunion. And it just was exhausting after a while. You know what I mean? They just kept on going back and forth the whole episode. And I was like, okay, y'all got to move on from this. I know this is real life right now at the reunion because you're dealing with things that people said about you. And I know you're hurt, but this is also a TV show. And we get bored of storylines real quick. Move on from this, y'all. Move on. That's all I wanted to talk about. I'm interested to see the last reunion. So far from what I've seen, I don't think we needed this to be a 3-parter. That's just my opinion. I think this could have been like every reunion should be. I think every reunion could just be 1 hour. It could just be 1 hour after the show or something like that. I don't think we need 3 parts. I just feel like these 3-part and 2-part reunions are just ways to, gouge more money out of sponsors for commercials. I don't think any of them are necessary. Like they never need to be 2 or 3 parts. Anyway, that's all I wanted to talk about with this reunion, part 2 of the reunion for Salt Lake City. If you're just here for Salt Lake City, the review ends now. That was the wrong one. That's the right one. I want to talk to y'all for 10 minutes and then we're going to get into Jersey because it's fresh on my brain. Let's go. Yeah, Jazzy, go. I love me some Heather, but she was doing the most. She was doing the most. And that's my girl, but she was doing the most. Micheline said, when someone says, I have no problem with her on a reality TV show, it's definitely an issue. Absolutely. JB says, well, she isn't a good friend, talking about Lisa, to Meredith because she came at Heather about the rumor Jen started. That's true. That's true. But again, Meredith doesn't care. Meredith doesn't care. So why should Heather? Yeah, Jenny, I really need for Mary to bring her family on next season as well because I need to know what is going on in that family. Prochian said Lisa maybe doesn't like Heather because maybe she thinks we wouldn't like Heather since she is not in the church and running a beauty lab. Ooh, that's a great observation, Prochian. I honestly believe that Lisa thought that she was going to be that girl and was shocked that she wasn't. Was shocked that she got overlooked for Meredith because Meredith was the stronger one in the beginning. At this reunion, like, I don't even know where Meredith is. Like, she just doesn't feel like it. I mean, she stopped the whole reunion to say this. If anybody says anything about my family, you're not my friend. Girl, what? You did that whole dramatic thing to say that, girl. Meredith, you do a lot better when Brooks produces you. Without Brooks, girl. Miss Brown Sugar said, I think it's great to want to be open with their daughters and make sure they grow feeling loved and secure in themselves. But you can do that and still, that's what I'm talking about, Miss Brown Sugar. You can do that and still maintain some boundaries. That's all I'm saying. Support your girls. I'm all for it, but baby, when your daughter comes to you about sex advice, don't say, girl, do it all. Don't hold nothing back. No, Mom, no. Hey, Ordered Steps. Ordered Steps said, hi, Nikki and Star fam. Hey, everyone. Currently teleworking, dropping a like, offering a plate, saying hello before I get back to the grind. Oh, Ordered Steps, thank you so much. Thank you so much for stopping in. We love having you here. Thank you for the super chat, my love. That's all I'm saying. Some boundaries. You know what I mean? I want to let my daughters know too. I'll be like, listen, have fun. Okay. But use wisdom. Let me catch up. Nikki A, hey babe, said Heather started that mess all because she says she doesn't know her. Now she's trying to get, yeah, that's what it's giving me. Now she's trying to get everyone to dislike Lisa. And that's the thing, right? You can have your own personal beef. You start to lose me when you're trying to make everybody dislike this person because you dislike this person. If this person is not a good person, trust everybody will see and find out at their own time, right? You trying to make people dislike this person, it will make people dislike you because you're doing too much. You're doing too much. We got another super chat from who? Amanda. Hey, Amanda. Amanda said, thank you for all that you do. Oh, thank you so much, Amanda. Thank you for being here. And thank you for supporting me and NikkiStar TV. Love you guys. Thank you, Amanda. That's what that was giving me, Nikki. I was just like, oh, Heather, we like you, but you're doing way too much with Lisa. Way too much. Just say, listen, I thought we were friends. I was really shocked by how you treated me on this show, and it hurt me, and I didn't like it. That's all you need to say. But I think she doesn't want to say that because if she says that, then knowing Lisa, she'll respond with an apology because Lisa likes to move on from stuff. So Lisa will apologize, even if she doesn't really mean it, but she will apologize just to move on from this. And I think Heather wants her to feel it. Heather wants her to feel it and then move forward. Because the same thing with Jen, like the way Heather kept on at the season finale, the way Heather kept on making Jen apologize to her, there's like, you can't just apologize to Heather, right? You can't just move forward with Heather. You got to prove it. You have to prove it. She has to know that you mean it. She has to know that you felt that pain. Like there's something a lot deeper going on with Heather. And I think we're going to find out next season. I really, really do, because this is not normal. It's not normal. To want this kind of dedication and loyalty like this from a friend. Like there is friend loyalty and there's friend dedication. Heather wants loyalty like you in a gang. It's unbalanced. Absolutely, Pharisee. So Pharisee said, I don't get Heather's frustration over Lisa and Meredith's friendship. It made her look jealous and spiteful. Absolutely. JG said, because Heather finally has the status. Oh, wait, we talking. JG says, because Heather finally has the status in the group she's been wanting, like she told Lisa, she's in last place. Well. Yep. The group dynamic has changed because I think they all went in one way and the status changed, the group dynamic changed, and the status changed in the group because of the viewers. We did this. We created Heather. She's the only single girl on the show. I am going to love seeing Wild and Crazy Heather next season because she's going to be fun. She's going to be fun. I hope she fixes whatever she's dealing with, because that's going to take away from how much we enjoy her. But I think she's going to be really fun next season. And I really do think that she's living vicariously through her daughters, because I just thought about her confessional. Remember, she was in the confessional and she was saying about like how she was dating, and she was just like, I don't need all of that. I just want somebody that I can go out and have drinks with and bring home and have sex with. And then she was just like, oh no, why did I say that? No, I meant it, but why did I say it? So I think that, girl, you can do it. You're telling your 15-year-old daughter to do all this? No, you do it. You do it. Don't encourage your kids to do this, because young girls should not be doing woman stuff. You know what I mean? And y'all, I hope you're picking up what I'm putting down. It's just like, some stuff you don't need to be doing unless you're like in your 20s where you can really consent. Some stuff you don't need to be doing at 15, period. You might be doing some other stuff, but some stuff you don't need to be doing at 15. No. Not with no raggedy boy that can't even bathe. Because you'll be looking back like, wow, was I doing that in that park with them boys? Oh my God. You know what I mean? Not saying that I know about that. Woo! Bible camp was interesting. Crystal said, also, Nikki, you need to be giving out virtual acting lessons to these dramatic, unrealistic scenes like Meredith and Lindsay from Love at the Lockup. And thanks. Heather is really likable because she's relatable. Jay-Z Go said, is it bad that I want to fight Mary? No. Who doesn't? Who doesn't? Especially if you're from the Black community. Who doesn't want to fight Mary? Yes, Coos Girly, that's it. Coos Girly said Jen was the it girl out the gate and then just spiraled. Yep. Yep. They sure did, Black Guy. Black Guy said that Lisa and Jen thought that they were going to be the HBIC. Absolutely. Absolutely. And it didn't happen. Anyway, let's get into Jersey because it's still fresh. Jersey is still fresh. Oh, JB says, what, you think that Mary has a speech issue? I think Mary, I don't think she has a speech issue. I could be wrong, right? But I think that Mary tries to listen. When Mary says it's awful, right? I think Mary, what she has in her mind before she says it is even worse. I think the awful stuff that she says is censored. I think the stuff that is in her rolling around in her head that she's about to speak out, I think it's even worse. So I think that's where the pauses and stops comes from when she's speaking, because she's trying to find a way to say it that's less awful. That's what I think it is. I don't think it's a speech impediment. I think it's her trying to censor herself from saying the awful things that she says. Because when she was talking about not liking dark Black men, I'm telling you, it was even worse in her head. It was even worse in her head about what she was going to say. But then she was able to, let it come out this way. And it was terrible. But it wasn't what she was thinking. That's where I think the pauses come from. Jazzy Girl said, do you think that Jen's personality would change next season? Everything will change next season. Here is why. This is the first time the ladies have done this. They didn't know what to expect, right? Now they know what to expect. Now now everybody is in their corner, right? Now everybody has found their character. Now everybody has found out what the audience likes or dislikes about them. So now they're going to start changing. They're going to look different. They're going to talk different. They're going to act different next season. Everything is going to be different, excluding Mary, because I think she's too, wackadoodle to not be to like take notes and change. I think she's going to be the only one that's consistent, but I think that everybody will be a totally different person next season. I think they will be more of who they think we want as an audience. That's what has happened to all the housewife shows. Once they figure out what we like, they start to play to that. And I don't think that they realize that we just like seeing them and their environment with these other ladies. But they're going to start playing into that. They're going to start producing some stuff. They're going to start talking, about little storylines before they start filming. They're going to start building alliances. They're going to start talking to bloggers. It's going to be a totally different season. Totally different season. Anika, hey, baby. Anika said, doing a million mommy things right now, but had to see my knick-knack for a minute. Love you in Delaware. Thank you so much, Anika. Thank you for the super chat, and thank you for always supporting me. I totally appreciate it. Let me answer 3 more questions or talk about 3 more things before we get into Jersey. JG said, we just skipping over Heather being a flat-out liar, then still trying to put her feelings of being scared on Lisa. Wait, Jay, talk about it. I don't know what you're talking about. Yes, Tetris, this wasn't Jersey, but we just decided in this review that it's going to be Jersey. I'm going to change it. Mom, did you turn on the heat? Can you turn it off, please? I'm melting. This is LA. We are from Philadelphia. The way my family acts like it is so cold out here, I'm like, y'all are capping. It is not cold. Stop it. But we just decided that this was going to turn into Jersey because we were talking about Jersey and it was getting good. So I'm going to, moving forward, this is going to be Jersey and Salt Lake City. And then, after next week's episode, the last episode for Salt Lake. This time, every Thursday will be for Jersey. So this will be a Jersey chat. moving forward. Crystal said Mary turned into little Priscilla from Love After Lockup when she let that little secret slip. Absolutely. Yeah, Mary will be the same. She's not changing. Everybody else will. Mary won't. Oh, I didn't see that, Tracy. Thank you, Tracy. Oh, first of all, shout out to my moderators. Hey, Tracy. Hey, Shonda. Thank you guys so much. Tracy said Heather said that the unseen footage that she was afraid of Jen. Oh. Oh yeah, Tetris. Jersey did come out of the gate swinging. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I totally missed that. I totally missed that. So why were they making it seem like it was just Lisa and Meredith that said that if they're afraid of Jen? I will say this: the season the reunion finale or whatever, there is a part in the trailer where Heather says, "Well, you're being aggressive. It has nothing to do with the color of your skin or your culture or whatever." I just want to say this. Specifically regarding Black women, right? But from my relations and knowledge of certain situations with people of color, certain words you just can't use, right? Because these words have been used to discriminate against them. Do I agree with Jen with her trying to make the women mistreating her, or the issues that she got into with the women about her race? No, I disagree with her. I think that Jen was being abusive to these women. But Heather, as somebody who wants relations and to be in a relationship with a Black man, you're going to have to learn that there are certain things you just don't say. There are certain words you just don't use for that reason. I don't agree that the women were discriminating against Jen. I don't believe that. From what I've seen, Jen, I got to be real with you. If this was the Real Housewives of Atlanta or Potomac, you would have been got clocked. I got to be real with you. You are very lucky you're on Salt Lake and the Black women that you're dealing with are Black women like Mary. Because had it been another show, had it been another location, you would have got your skull rocked. So I absolutely disagree with her being discriminated against because of her race. Do I think that she is using that as her race and the discrimination that her people have received from white people as an excuse to or to divert attention from her abusive behavior that she has done to the women? Absolutely. But Heather, that alarmed me that this woman of color was telling you, saying that to me as a white woman, as a woman of color, is something you should not do because of the history behind those words and the oppression of my people. I felt like Heather should have got that, taken that, because if a woman of color is telling you that, you have no choice but to believe, right? So I wish you would have taken that in and not double down on, oh no, you were being aggressive, so I called you aggressive. That may be true, but also what Jen is saying is true. And if you are somebody who wants to be in relationships with Black men specifically, because that's all you called out, then you need to be aware of those things. So that was what bothered me with Heather concerning Jen. But I don't think that she experienced any racism on that show. And again, I could be wrong. From what I've seen, had you been on a different show, Jen, Coach Shaw would have been picking you up from the ER. We got to tell the truth. And what? Shame the devil. Let's get into Jersey. The Jersey. Let me get my drink in. Oh, she would have been got jumped. No, guys. I'm not saying that Jen isn't aggressive. I'm not saying that. I'm saying that Heather needs to get it. If she's going to be in relationships with Black men, there's a way that you as a white woman have to talk. If this is the kind of communities that you're going to want to get into, to double down, like what Jen was saying, to dismiss that. I think She could have said, you know what, Jen, I called you aggressive because I felt in that moment that you were being aggressive. But I hear you as a woman of color saying to me, a white woman, that that is not a word that should be used against you because of the things that your culture has endured and the discrimination that has been allowed towards your people for that reason. I just needed for her to acknowledge that. She didn't. She just doubled down on it and dismissed it. It was the dismissing of that that bothered me, especially if you are going to be someone who is going to be in relationships with Black men. You're going to have to learn the speech. You're going to have to learn how to operate in these kind of relationships. And her dismissal in that moment alarmed me, because I'm just like, if your man is telling you this, if your man's family and friends is telling you this, what is going to be your reaction then? If you feel like it's something else, are you going to listen or are you going to dismiss? That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying that what Jen was doing was right. I'm not saying that she wasn't doing that right, but it's different than Mary calling Jen aggressive than Heather calling Jen aggressive. You see what I'm saying? And Jen called that out and Heather dismissed it. That was what bothered me. Alana said, how is abusive better than aggressive? I understand the history of it used so frequently with Black women. If you're acting like that, that's what I'm going to call you, but you're a Black woman. I'm talking about optics, and I'm talking about Heather and relationships with Black men. You don't dismiss those things. You take those things in and you find another way to say what you have to say. It's just respect. It's just acknowledging the oppression that this community receives. Period. The fact that she just dismissed it for me and didn't even, Heather can can take anything else in. She didn't take that in because she's so mad at Jen. She dismissed what she was saying. That bothered me. It may not bother you, but that bothered me, especially if she's going to be a white woman laying down with Black men. That bothered and concerned me. We all don't got to agree. I agree, Miss Brown Sugar. Heather did say that too, Shonda, but she did say that she wants somebody that she can have drinks with and have sex with. That's kind of like, adult dating. I don't think so either, Nikki. But I don't think Heather wants a relationship, period. I think Heather wants to do everything that she was not able to do or she felt that she couldn't do when she was younger. So I don't see Heather being in a relationship for a very long time. I see Heather having a lot of sex, exploring and doing a lot of things with Black men, because that's what she wants. I guess the Mormon church told her not to. So I think everything that she was not allowed to do, she's going to do it, and she's going to do it hard. That's what's going to happen with Heather. Tracy said, didn't Dr. Wendy with her 4 degrees beat that into us? Absolutely. Hey, Jazz A, so glad you're here. Oh, okay. I get what you're saying, Black Gal. Black Gal said, I guess I'm okay saying that Jen is aggressive because I only see aggressive as offensive term towards Black women. I don't see Jen as being Black. I'm just saying, Jen, as a woman of color, is telling this white woman, you can't say that to me. Oh, yeah. You can't say that to me because of what that word has done to my people. Again, I don't know the Samoan experience in Utah, right? But for me, I just wanted Heather to take that in and not dismiss it. And it bothered me that she just dismissed it. I needed her to let that marinate. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about, Proshan. Proshan said, right, we don't want her calling her future, well, I don't think she's marrying Black men, but her future Black mother, sister-in-law, aggressive, and not understand the reason why those words are not good. That's it. That's all I'm saying. Let's get into Jersey. Let's lighten it up. Let's lighten it up and get into Jersey. If you're just here for Jersey, or if you're just figuring out we're doing Jersey, come on in. We're starting now. Dolores, as Wendy Williams calls her, Black Dolores, says, stop chopping up your body. I'm sorry, Dolores, but you are one of the finest chicks on that show. You don't have to do anything else to your body. If anything, I would recommend, oh God, and I don't recommend anybody putting on darker skin. I'm just saying, you're at the age where you just can't sit under that sun like that, and it's good for you. You're not going to bounce back from that. You know what I mean? So I'm not saying darken your skin, but you know, maybe go a shade darker with your bronzer. Like, girl, I just need you to stay out of that sun. But you're gorgeous. She keeps on messing with that butt. What is going on with your behind? Like, every season, Dolores has done something to her butt. Every season. What is going on? It seems like a fine butt. It seems like a good butt, but she keeps on chopping it up. But listen, mama, you fine. You fine. Leave it alone. Leave it alone, because you're gonna keep on finding stuff wrong, and you won't look like the bad chick that is Dolores. This is what I want to say. I don't know what it is, right? But the women on Jersey, especially if you see throwback pics of them, there was some bad chicks back in the day. I don't know how these men that they married or had kids with had a shot. I don't know what that is. But Dolores back in the day, I was like, how did this husband of yours, this ex-husband, and David, how did they have a shot? Girl, some Jersey women don't know. Y'all don't know. Is it an Italian-American thing? I can't speak on it because I'm not Italian-American. But I just feel like y'all don't be knowing y'all bad. Because y'all be, is it the loyalty to the men? You know what? I could say that to Black women. I could say that. You know what? Black women and Italian-American women, we need to have a retreat. I'm going to set it up. I'm going to set it up for us because I feel like we don't know that we can do better. I feel like we're so loyal to these men. We don't know how bad we actually are. I'm going to set it up. What am I going to call it? No, I was going to say from Sicily to South Africa. Girl, I'm going to figure out the name of the retreat, but I don't think we know. I don't think Black women and Italian-American women know. I don't think y'all know, because child, Dolores back in the day, I was like, I can't believe this husband had a shot. You had kids by him. Girl, what? Child, anyway, it's also time to move on from David, sis. It's like, he doesn't want to marry you. It's not going to, every season you keep on, if David wants to marry me, then it'll happen, but I'm not moving in until girl, he don't want to marry you. I don't know why. I don't know why, but he does not want to marry you. It's time for you to move on from David. It's time for you to move on from Frank. Listen, your son is closer to your man than you are. Like Frank Jr. and David are, they have a closer relationship. I'm like, how is your son living in the house with your man and not you? How did he get to this stage with David and not you? Dolores, you better start answering them DMs, because I know some men is in them DMs. You need to know who you are. Poor thing. Poor thing. What's a man is more committed to your son than you? Girl, bye. Teresa. Can I just say, I feel so bad. I was watching this, and Teresa was doing this, talking about her father. And I said, forgive me, Lord, I repented. I said, girl, leave that man alone and let him go. Then the next clip, she said, and my father passed away. I was like, oh God. I wasn't saying it like, let the man die, but I was just like, I just feel like Teresa, because since she lost her mom, I just felt like her and them kids was just annoying that man. You know what I mean? Let No drink his hot sauce and go. I just felt like they were just doing too much on him because they, were probably mourning a grandmother. And listen, No died. No died. I feel so bad. But you know what? I'm happy that he's at peace with his wife and just happy, drinking his hot sauce in heaven and living his best life, not being stressed out by them kids, because those kids stress No out. Remember the first time we met No? He was at the christening crying. because Teresa and her brother was, fighting. Back in the day, I can't, the Gorgas and the Judices, I'm tired of them. But back in the day, that family was a mess. That family was a mess. Nona was like, my daughter and my son are fighting at my grandson's christening. Remember that? And Joe was on his knees. Pop, I'm sorry, baby. Jersey back in the day was A1 reality TV. Wait a minute. I'm confused at when this season was filmed because they're talking about the coronavirus. We ain't seen a mask yet. I haven't seen a mask on this show, and they're just like, especially Jackie, because of the coronavirus, that my husband's birthday is not going to be as big. My husband's birthday party. I'm like, you're having birthday parties? We're having Zoom birthday parties. There's no mask. It's just, they're just out. What? Who is from Jersey? What the hell? Did y'all have any COVID restrictions? Because Jersey, we start out with a group scene. How is Jersey able to do all of this during the pandemic and no other reality TV show is able to do it? How was this show able to film? I'm looking at this like, I know SAG-AFTRA did not allow Jersey to film this way. SAG-AFTRA is the actors union where, like, if anything that's on TV, it has to, like, if any kind of performance is on TV, it has to be approved by SAG. And I'm just like, I know that there are, like, shows that have been shut down because of COVID restrictions. How was Jersey able to film like this? They've been at parties since the show started. First group scene. We're like, 4 seconds in, and we're at a group scene. We were at group scenes throughout the whole episode. How the hell did Jersey do this? Did they trap everybody in one neighborhood? I mean, was everybody in the neighborhood COVID tested? How did this happen? I'm so shocked. I'm so shocked because I'm watching it and I'm just like, oh, this had to be before COVID, right? And then I'm thinking like, how could they do this? And then Jackie is just like, oh, the birthday party is not going to be so big because of COVID. I'm like, y'all filming during the pandemic? We haven't seen one mask. I don't know how Jersey did this. I'm actually floored. I am actually floored that Jersey was able to film like this in the pandemic. I'm shocked. A pandemic that we're still in. I'm shocked. I'm really, really shocked. What was Jersey a hot spot? Now Dallas, I understand, but Jersey, I'm shocked. Anyway, I just don't know how they passed the COVID health restrictions and were able to still film. I'm like, is anybody from SAG-AFTRA watching this show? Because I'm watching it and I'm a little nervous. How they had to have received a bunch of fines. They had to. Anyway, let's get into the mess. So, what's his name? Ivan or Evan? I will say this. I don't know if this rumor is true, right? But we already talked about it. I told y'all. I said something's going on with him. And I even looked at the camera and I said, Jackie, wherever your man is going, you go with him, right? Because we met Ivan. He didn't look like this. He didn't look like this. He was cute. It's like, oh, okay, it's Jackie's husband. But when you see him now, you're like, oh, okay, that's Jackie's husband. He has gotten significantly darker. And let me tell you something. He in that gym. He is in that gym. He looks so different, so much younger. I was like, Jackie, you got to notice these things because I'm a viewer and I noticed it. I was like, something's going on with him. Who you looking good for? We already been together for a decade. You're not letting yourself go. Where is this change coming from? What's happening? You got to ask the right questions. He at the gym, you at the gym. Oh, okay, babe, where we're going? Oh, we're going to go work on a stair stepper at the gym. Okay, let me put the kids down. I'll be right with you. You got to go with him, girl. You got to go with him. You have to go with him. Any man that's in the gym for more than 45 minutes, pop up on them, pop up on them, pop up on them. I'm not saying that this rumor is true, but 2 seasons ago, I was just like, Jackie, he looking a little different. He looking a little different. Stay woke, sis. Stay woke. So anyway, messy Teresa. Say what you want about her, but she said, listen, I'm showing up to work today. So Teresa gets to this party. I don't even think Teresa said hi to anybody. I don't even think Teresa got an observe. She just walked in and she was like, have you heard the rumor about Jackie's husband? Yes, Miss Messy. Yes, like she just walked in. Hey, girl, did you hear the rumor about Jackie's husband? Well, I heard that he's cheating on Jackie. Like, bam. She at his birthday party that she was invited to. She didn't even say hi to the birthday boy first. She just started the rumor. Then it was like, hey, oh my goodness, you're looking for a man for me? Thank you so much. All right, happy birthday. Did you hear about Jackie's husband? Every and anybody that will listen to Teresa told them about this rumor. Oh, you messy. But I applaud you for showing up to work. She said, we're not playing no niceties. We're not waiting. I'm not making the viewers wait for the 6th episode to get some stuff started. I'ma light the match and pour the gasoline simultaneously, and then I'm gonna dip up out of this birthday party. At his birthday party, she started a cheating rumor. Teresa, where is it? We may not like it, but she showed up to work. She showed up to work and then dipped. Teresa said, I'm not going to be here filming all day, waiting for some drama to get started. And before I leave, after I drop the bomb, let me make this excuse right now. I've been drinking. You better get it started. She came out the gate swinging. Guys, I'm going to start filming my reaction because I was gagged. I was gagged as soon as them big block platform heels that she was wearing stepped into the party. Did you hear about Jackie's husband at the gym? She didn't wait. She didn't waste any time. And listen, you gotta love her for it. You gotta love her for it. She said, y'all want the season? Oh, I'm gonna give you all season. Pandemic and all. Melissa. When is it going to be Melissa's time? When is it going to be Melissa's time? I think because Teresa is so awful, Melissa just skates. But Melissa is just like Teresa. She is just as messy as Teresa, but she gets away from that. She doesn't get the same kind of heat as Teresa because she talks out of both sides of her mouth. Because Melissa in her confessional is just like, oh my goodness, why is she saying this to me? This isn't right. You don't play with people's marriages. But then she's in the same scene with Teresa. What was the rumor? What was said? If what Teresa is doing wrong, if you don't agree with what Teresa is doing, why are you asking about the rumor? Why are you asking what the details are? Why? If what she's doing is wrong, why didn't you just say, girl, this is her man's birthday party. We are not doing that. And if you did not hear it yourself, if you do not have anything to confirm it, don't even start, Teresa. Why didn't you just shut her down like that? You're in the confessional. Oh, we don't play with marriages. Why would you do this, Teresa? Here is Teresa again. You was asking about the details of the rumor in front of everybody. You were talking about it with her. So how is what Teresa is doing wrong if you're trying to get the meat and potatoes of the rumor? Not so you can help your friend, because you want to know the tea as well, because you are what? Just as messy. Melissa, you're going to have your day. You're going to have your day. Because I'm telling you, from the moment you got on this show, I was just like, y'all, she is not innocent. Melissa is just as messy as Teresa and that husband. But everybody thinks because she throws out Jesus Oh, thank you, baby Jesus, Jesus. Y'all think that Melissa is not just as messy. She's worse. I'm telling you, you're going to have your day. You're going to have your day. Anyway, so Melissa, who thinks that this rumor is awful and can't believe that Teresa is saying it, starts to talk to Margaret about it. Why are you giving this rumor legs, right? So now she's talking to Margaret about it. And I just want to say this, right? In a pandemic, out of a pandemic, every freaking day of my life, I believe it ain't never sanitary or sane to be in a bathroom watching another person piss or defecate. I don't know why. She was it a public restroom? I think they were in a public restroom. What in the COVID? She was in a public restroom with Margaret while Margaret was sitting on the toilet. And the way Margaret was sitting, I'm sorry, you were comfortable. So it lets me know you weren't squatting. So you had your bare behind on that public toilet, that public restroom toilet seat. And Melissa is talking to you while the cameraman is filming you. What in the funky, filthy COVID, not COVID, is happening here? This was so sick and unsanitary. I'm just like, what? What is going on? And Margaret, I gotta piss. I gotta piss. I gotta piss. You still pissing on camera. And Melissa, what? First of all, this rumor, is this juicy to you? This rumor about your good Judy that you don't want to give legs to, it's so juicy and important for you to talk about that you're going to talk about it to Margaret on camera while she's pissing. You're just like Teresa. You're just not as dumb. You're just not as dumb, mama. You just like Teresa. Messy meets messy. That's why you don't get along half the time. Because y'all both too damn messy for each other, but y'all messy. Because why? You couldn't have waited till she was finished to have the conversation or to dead the rumor? It was so freaking juicy. You rather watch her piss or defecate so you can talk about it on camera. You messy. You messy. And you trifling. This is trifling. I've never done this with anybody. I have never sat down with anybody. Like if I'm in the bathroom and somebody got to use the bathroom, I'll leave. Or if they're using the bathroom, I'm just like, okay, well, I'll wait. You're just sitting there watching this grown woman in a public, first of all, a public restroom. Guys, I'll piss in a parking lot. Let me stop. On the side of the road before I use the public restroom. The devil is a liar. Let me tell you something. I almost passed out at Great Adventures because I did not want to use the restroom. I literally got a small icy and I just sucked on the ice the whole time in like 100-degree weather and almost passed out because I did not want to have enough liquid in my body to make me want to go to the restroom. And I think I was at Great Adventures for like 6 hours. I can't do a public restroom. Y'all know, if you've been here long enough, you know I can't do it. I cannot do it. I can't. I can't. Anyway, but Melissa can for some tea about her good Judy. Messy. Again, how did nobody in this cast get COVID? How? This whole set. Anyway, Jennifer and Teresa, before we move on, Jennifer and Teresa look really different. I don't know what was done. I just know a lot was done. Jennifer, it's like right here. Something is different right here. Something. I don't know if something was lifted. I don't know. But when I was looking at Jennifer, I was just like, who is this? Teresa. I don't know. All I can say is, sis, stop. Your body is banging. You got to let that face match that body. I don't know what you're doing. I want you to stop. I want you to stop. It's giving me Ronald Reagan Halloween mask. You know the mask that, what was it? Patrick Swayze and Keanu Reeves, that movie? that they did when they was wearing them president's mask. That's what her face is doing. It's doing something. It's doing something. I don't know what it is, but I feel like it's too much. It's too much of something. Stop, mama. Stop. You got a great hairline. Don't mess up the hairline with all of this stuff. But her and Teresa look really, really different. You know what? Was it Point Break? Listen, Keanu Reeves and Point Break. Y'all don't know. Y'all don't know about Keanu Reeves from back in the day, baby. Hold on. I just thought about Keanu Reeves and Point Break. Jesus. Too young to be lusting after that man, but he was fine. Still is. Still is. I done lost my train of thought. Remember when he jumped out of the plane? I was like, ah! Hey, Keanu. Melissa. So, Melissa, first of all, what are the COVID restrictions on this set? Because Melissa is having a sleepover for her daughter, Antonia, with all of her girlfriends. How is this allowed to happen? What were if there were any restrictions in Jersey? I'm so shocked by this. So shocked. So anyway, Melissa is throwing this party, this sleepover for Antonia, this small party for Antonia because of COVID. All I want to say is it looked a little inappropriate to me, because I don't know if Melissa knew that the sweatsuit that she was wearing was see-through. I don't know if she knew that, but Melissa walks into her room in a see-through sweatshirt, Joe Gorga, butt naked, talking about she got all these teenage girls downstairs. I was just like, see, this is why my mama always asked who was going to be there, because I can tell you something right now. If me and Antonia was besties and her father was going to be there at the sleepover, I wouldn't have been there. I wouldn't have been there. My mom would have been like, who's there? A man? Okay, she won't be coming. Thanks. Anyway, so she's throwing this thing for Antonia, and then this is the time where we start talking about Antonia dating, and this is a really important scene because Joe is a misogynist and he doesn't want his daughter to date. I want my daughter to be a nun. You're weird. Let's get into the finances. I'm sick of this. I'm sick of this machismo stuff. Let's get into the finances. Let's get into your man not paying people, and let's get into him stealing people's property pictures off of Instagram. That's where we need to go. I'm glad Antonia's growing up. Good for her. I want to get into the scams. Let's get into the scams. It seems like we might be getting into the scams real quick. And I think it might be brought to the show by Dolores. Black Dolores is going to be a little messy this season, and I'm here for it. Why not? It's our time to shine. So let's be clear. So Jackie, so Margaret sets up this meeting. Well, Jackie calls Teresa because she said that a friend told her, the friend being Melissa Gorga, messy. A friend told her that she was spreading a rumor about her husband at his birthday party. And she wants to meet with Teresa to talk about it. And she wants to meet at a neutral place because she doesn't want to, she can't meet with Teresa at her home. And she doesn't want to meet with Teresa at Teresa's home because they both have kids or whatever. Absolutely understand that. So they want to meet at Margaret's place because Margaret doesn't have kids there, but she has her elderly mother. We're not going to kill the kids, but we can kill your mother with COVID. Anyway, because the hell with your mama, we're going to meet there. So they want to meet at Margaret's place to talk about the rumor that Teresa spread. And Teresa answers the phone and she's just like, hello? Oh, hi. Yeah. What do you want to meet about? Girl, you told everybody from the valet to the busboy at this man's birthday party that he cheated on Jackie. So you're surprised that she called you and asked you to meet and you don't know what she wanted to meet about? Oh, you so messy. Love you for it. We need it on this show. Let's be clear here, right? Teresa started this rumor with Jackie about Jackie's husband cheating on her because she don't like Jackie. She does not like, Teresa has not liked Jackie since Jackie said to her, if you could control your husband, do you think he would be in prison right now? Baby. She didn't like her since then. And you know what? Every time they play that clip, I still clench my pearls because I was like, Jackie, he's still incarcerated and now he's deported. Like, that was just a sensitive space. And Jackie did not know Teresa, but this was her first season. So I think she was coming in trying to make a splash. And baby, you made a splash. You made the wrong splash because Teresa is petty and she will not let stuff go. Y'all know when I say that I normally say when they go low, you go lower, right? Or you meet them in hell. Teresa will meet you in hell and get cozy. Like, she will get comfortable. She will bring a comforter. She will bring a nice plush memory foam pillow, and she will wait that thing out in hell until one of you die. She is crazy. She don't let stuff go. She will hold it on and she will make sure she destroys you because she got time. She that kind of woman who will plant a seed, a demonic seed, and wait for it to grow. She don't mind waiting. That's the thing. She don't got to get to her revenge quickly. She'll wait. She'll plot and she will wait. And she'll wait long enough and she'll be cordial with you long enough that when people try to trace it back to her, they'll be like, oh no, well, no, her and Teresa are cool. And Teresa, that was so long ago. No, I would never. Oh no, she crazy. She crazy. So she waited. She waited for the right opportunity. And as soon as the camera said, go, action, she was like, oh, he's cheating on Jackie. Ivan is cheating on Jackie. She was ready because Jackie came for her husband. In that whole situation, when she was trying to be kumbaya Teresa after she had just got out of prison, she didn't appreciate that the new girl came at her neck and did not let up. And that she also did not appreciate that Jackie was reveling in the fact that she had some tea on Teresa cheating on Joe when she was still married to him. That's where all of this is coming from. Teresa is getting back at Jackie for that comment about Joe, for coming at her, and for exposing her for dipping out on her husband. That's where all this is from. But Teresa's so sloppy with it. Like, I'm just like, girl, we all see it. You are just you brought it to the show too quick. It was your mess was too quick, and it was very apparent that you were trying to spread this rumor quickly. You wanted to burn Jackie's house down immediately. Like, she did not want to wait. Speaking of Jackie's house, so we see both Teresa and Jackie leave to come to Margaret's home to meet about this rumor that was spread. I know that Jackie said that, she needs a housekeeper. She's suffering without it. That house gave me anxiety. There were like curlers in the kitchen. Bites. When she got in her car, there were like just a pile of bites, like a tower. I'm just like, what the hell was you paying that housekeeper? That Jackie's house looked like a vintage Hoarders episode. It was so junky and cluttered. And I know she said she hates cleaning, but I didn't know this. Did she say that she was allergic to cleaning? Like, girl, I don't know. I just feel like if a show is filming my home, I'm never getting comfortable with the cameras. Like, if I am on a reality TV show, my home will always look like a showroom. It will never look like I sleep or eat there. It will always look like a showroom. Jackie just must have got comfortable because that house, I was like, God, I just looked at the background. I was getting hives and anxiety. My chest was closing up. I'm just like, how are you existing in this home? That's why I've been going to the gym. He can't breathe in that house. Anyway, she hops in the car. She goes to meet with Teresa. And Teresa walks in like she don't know what's going on. Hey, hi, how are you doing? You are messy. And Jackie just basically says, I heard from a friend, Melissa Gorga, that you were saying this rumor about my husband. Let's just get down to it. I need you to say that the rumor was a lie. Like, girl, I will say this about Jackie. I got to be honest. You moving like this is true. you're reacting. I get that something like this is never something that you want out about your marriage, especially on a reality TV show. The reaction, though, that you are giving me, I'm like, is there any truth to it? Did you find a text or something? Because she says that he has worked really hard. She keeps on saying how hard her husband has worked. And I'm like, was there some cheatation before? Like Jackie was saying it to me without saying it. Like she would make a comment, but she wouldn't finish it. So I'm like, was there something happening? Did y'all have a little dust up in the relationship early on? You got to start giving him blowjobs. Listen, why would you come? Oh my gosh. Y'all don't listen to me. Why would you come on national TV with this now fine husband and say you don't like giving him blowjobs? You know what a hoe gonna do? As soon as they watch it, a hoe who wants to get on reality TV, a hoe who sees how he takes care of you and them kids, you know what she gonna do? She gonna hit him right up on Instagram or find his work email. A hoe can find a man. Let me tell you something. That he could be underground in a freaking submarine. A hoe gonna find out a way to contact a good man. So anyway, as soon as you said that to the world, I'm telling you, that young hoes too. I know there were young hoes, texting them because they could find the text, inboxing them on Facebook, inboxing him on Instagram, Twitter, wherever he is, work emails. Oh my goodness. I would love to suck on you. You know what I mean? Like, I'm telling you, never tell the world what you don't do to your man. Y'all would never know. Y'all would never know. Let me tell you something. I will be on camera every day. I got to make sure my man is well fed. You know what I mean? Even if I'm lying, even if we ain't banging and we going through a little something, y'all will never know. Y'all will never know. She kept on saying it. And Joe Gorga was so mad about that too. He was like, what? No, that's not right. He's so nasty. Oh, he's such a nasty little man. But I'm like, why are you telling the world that you not do? You know them heifers at the gym watch this show, especially if y'all in Jersey. That's y'all like celebrities to them in that place. Let him show up a nice little 6 a.m. workout when it's not like a lot of people there. That one receptionist. Well, here goes your towel. Enjoy the workout. And if you're done, I can give you a little suck. Listen, they have no bounds. They will do no boundaries with a hoe. They will do whatever. You're on TV, and this man not ugly, okay? Because I found myself looking at him too. Jackie, what is he doing? You got to stop him. Because I was like, he kind of starting to look good, Jackie. Get him off the show. But why would you say that? Why would you say that? So anyway, girl, lie. I need you doing all these interviews talking about Teresa's daughter. I need you to be doing all these interviews. Oh no, I was just joking. No, I always do it before breakfast, lunch, and dinner. When he wakes up, I got his thing in my mouth. You got to do that. You got to do that because you are telling the world that he is not being fully pleased. I would not if my man is fine. Y'all crazy. Child, y'all would never know. Y'all would never know. Anyway, they sit down and they meet. And, I just, from what I got from Jackie, I'm just like, you were just acting like there's some truth to this, right? Especially the way she wasn't finishing her sentences. She would start off to say something and then she would drop it and hop to something else. So I'm like, what are you not saying? Because what you're not saying is real loud to me. And it's real loud to Teresa because Teresa, who was so happy that she got you in this position, was just like, well, if it's not true, why are you upset about it? Because she know a little something. I think the person who told Teresa about this rumor is a producer. I think it's a producer. That's what I think. Because, a lot of these rumors make it to the show by way of production. Listen, Kim D don't have all that tea, okay? People are not going to Posh. It seems like ain't nobody going to Posh, okay? All these women ain't going to Posh gossiping with Kim D. It's production spreading this tea. Anyway, Jackie is getting, really overwhelmed and uncomfortable. And I get it. You were just giving this a little too much attention for me to think that there's not some kind of truth to it, right? That's just my opinion. Teresa was not backing down. Teresa was reveling in her pain. And in her pain, I got to be honest, Jackie, because now you're on TV. Oh, it was just an analogy. It was just an analogy. I wasn't really saying that that's something that she did. It wasn't an analogy, ma'am. You were pissed. And you were pissed that Teresa was enjoying the fact that she was able to get you and she was twisting that knife and it was hurting you. So you said something and hurt that would hurt her. A lot of people around town are saying that Gia was doing coke in the bathroom at college. Baby, I almost fell off of my bed. I said, wait a minute. No, Gia wasn't being little Miss Scarface at college. Hold up. No, Gia wasn't doing no coke in college, because let me tell you something, Jackie. I feel like it's some truth to that. I'm going to be honest with you. Because it came, for it to come out of nowhere, and it was put together so well. Y'all, you done heard something. Y'all been doing some talking behind the scenes, and y'all might have heard a little something. Maybe Teresa said a little something. Maybe Messy Melissa told you a little something that she probably got sent home because, she was doing too much of the cocaine. Maybe you done heard a little something, but the way you put that together and let that come out of your mouth, ma'am, I didn't get analogy. I did not get analogy. The way you said that, it was very calculated. You wanted to hurt that woman like she was hurting you. I think there was some truth in both of these little rumors. And I think it got a little too heated. And Teresa knows she's still on probation. So she knows she can't throw nothing or put her hands on you. So she just, oh my God, that's disgusting. That's disgusting. And she, jumps up and leaves and starts calling you all of these names. I ain't never know Teresa to leave a fight. I think Teresa left that fight because she ain't want Jackie to keep on, putting out other analogies. I think she realized that she went low and Jackie decided to meet her in hell. And I think that's why she got out of there. Jackie was hurt. Teresa was hurt. So we're going to watch them hurt each other this whole season. It's going to get messy. Unfortunately, it's going to be great TV. Unfortunately, because Jackie, so far, out of everybody that I've ever seen on this show, is the only one who will come for Teresa and will not back down. And if this is where we're starting, if Teresa is showing up to her man's birthday party that she was invited to, spreading rumors that he is cheating on Jackie, and if the first punch Jackie is throwing is that your daughter is snorting coke in the bathroom, oh baby, if this is where we're starting, my God, today, we are going to be in a nuclear war this season because both of these women do not like each other and will not back down. I did read an article where Jackie said that she left the show for a while because she said that she just didn't like how she felt like the show was destroying her family. Again, Jackie, you moving like there's some truth to this. Girl, don't give Teresa what she wants. But she did say that she stopped filming for a minute, but she came back. I don't know if this is going to be her last season, but I know we're going to get a season finally from these women. Finally, we're going to get a season. I don't know if they were watching my reviews because I've been saying we need to recast. There has to be, more interesting people in Jersey that are not related. That's what I wanted. I wanted another Jersey. I wanted us to focus on Jersey women outside of the Judices and the Gorgas. We can stay right here. If we're getting into Joe's scams, if we're getting into Ivan stepping out at the gym, and if we're getting to Gia snorting coke in the bathroom, if this is where we're starting, I'm here for it. Y'all can stay on. We don't need to recast just yet. If this is how you all will be performing, I'm here. I'll be tuning in every Wednesday. If this is how we're starting off, baby, we can keep this cast. We can keep this cast. I will say this though, Jackie. Teresa is messy. She's messy. She's always doing something. I don't even think Teresa be doing this stuff for the show. I think that is just who Teresa from Patterson, New Jersey. I think that is just who she is. You can be upset with her, right, for what she is saying about your husband, and you can be hurt by that. You have every right, because this is about you. I gotta be honest with you, honey. You were getting your life bringing up and talking about those Teresa cheating rumors. You were just, what did you say? Where there's smoke, there may be fire. Like, you were enjoying it when it was Teresa. I'm not really sure you can play victim now that she's literally doing the same thing that you did to her last season, this season. I don't know how you cannot see that, right? Because I think I even talked about it in my review where I was just like, girl, I would not revel in something like that, because Teresa is petty and she will probably do it to you, and she will do it better, and she will be messy because she don't have any boundaries. Teresa don't care. Teresa will go low. She will go, she don't care. Because she knows that she's always going to come back, right? This show literally waited for her to get out of prison to start filming. So she knows that there ain't nothing that she could do that they will get rid of her. So she will do whatever, because she always knows that her check is secured and she will be back. So she don't care. She will get grimy. That is just who Teresa is, right? But you, I don't think you're as grimy as she is. I think you'll go low, but I think, you're smart. You're a lawyer. I think you'll get back up and be like, I don't feel like this. This is exhausting. Teresa, I'm telling you, she'll meet you in hell and she will get comfy, girl. She will get comfy. I got a package. Yes, I do.
What kind?
What kind are you getting? I want some with basil and garlic on it.
I'm getting a pesto pizza. Do you want white pizza or do you want tomato sauce?
Oh, you can't do tomato sauce.
I'm getting two, I guess. You just gotta pay me for it.
I gotta pay you for it.
So send those super chats.
Oh God. Send me a super chat for a pizza. I'm kidding. My sister's gonna pay for it. No, I'm joking. Mom, I'm joking. I'm joking, Mom. I'm joking.
They're loyal.
Yeah, get me. I want that. Wait, Mom, what kind of pizza you want?
She's not getting one.
Mom, oh yeah.
Yeah.
So you want to get pesto? I think I want tomato sauce. Okay. So wait, you want to get a pesto-based pizza?
Yeah.
I don't want a pesto.
That's acid reflux. I'm gonna die.
I want tomato.
Okay.
Tomato with like basil on the top, so with garlic.
A margarita pizza with garlic.
A margarita pizza with garlic. If they have chicken, pepperoni, chicken or turkey pepperoni. Thank you, my love. Sorry about that. It's lunchtime. I wasn't supposed to be doing a live at this time. Sorry, y'all. But yeah, Jackie, with Teresa, I don't agree with what Teresa is doing. But you did this to her last season, sis, and you enjoyed it. So, it's the get back. It's the get back. And you, unfortunately, picked an opponent that is grimy. She will play dumb. Like she was already saying, I was drinking. I didn't know what I said. She knew exactly what she said. She knew exactly what she was doing. And she is not going to rest until you feel it. Until you feel just as low as she felt when you was laughing and cracking them jokes and, creating these storylines about her. So listen, I don't like what Teresa is doing, Jackie, but you did the same thing to her last season. Let's, tell the truth and what? Shame the devil. I hope y'all did not send me. I cannot stand you. Who did this? LaShonda. I did not pay up for this pizza. That's my sister. Thank you so much, LaShonda, for the cash app. Anyway, if you were just here for Real Housewives of Salt Lake City and you stayed for the Real Housewives of New Jersey, the review ends here, and now we will chit chat about the episode. No, wrong one. Wrong one. Hold on. I'm enjoying this season so far. This was a good first episode. They came out swinging. This is what I want from all the reality TV shows, especially the housewife shows. Can I just say, I was watching this show like, that's what I want. Leave me speechless. I want to watch this show And when the show was on commercial, I want to go to Twitter or Facebook or wherever or Instagram and start cackling about what I just witnessed 5 minutes before on the episode. That's what this episode did for me. And if we're getting vintage Real Housewives of New Jersey, I'm here for it. I'm here for this cast if this is how they are going to play. Listen, it's a TV show. It's entertainment. We are not here to watch your lives. We are not here to see you go shopping at, West Elm every day or wherever y'all do, or buy groceries for the kids. We're not here for that. Let's be real. We're here for the mess. This is Trainwreck TV. Bring it. Teresa Giudice brought it, and I applaud her for it. Oh, Tracy, I'll check it today. Thank you so much. Ryan Round said, I'm convinced Dolores is black. But Teresa and Melissa were heavy with the tanner today. That's the thing. Dolores, all of them are really, really light, except for Melissa. Melissa is, I think she's I think that's her skin color. I really, really do. Dolores puts it on. Dolores puts it on. Teresa puts it on because I saw somebody, I think she was doing like her own little personal video on like her Instagram or something. And Teresa without tanner. I'm gonna be honest with you. That's one white woman that looks better with woman of color skin. I just got to be honest with you. White Teresa, multiracial Teresa, Middle Eastern Teresa looks a lot better. South Asian Teresa looks a lot better. Yeah, I told you, I don't like it. I'm not encouraging anybody to paint their skin darker, right? Except for Teresa. It works for her. I'm just going to be real with you. I haven't seen Dolores lighter, but I know that she puts it on because I've seen like somewhere where her skin has been uneven. But I haven't seen her face without it, right? Melissa, we've seen throwback pictures of her dad. She's the same skin color as her dad, who anyway, I was looking at her father like, okay. But that's Melissa's skin color. That is her skin color. But Teresa, absolutely not. Absolutely not. But I prefer it. Girl, I'll look away. I will look away while she paints her skin darker because, baby, it works for her. It works for her. Vast improvement. Oh, really? Shawnette Honey said Joe Giudice was cussing out Melissa on Instagram last week. Oh, it's going to get messy. Oh, it's going to get messy. I know, Shawnette, I didn't want to talk about it, but since you brought it up, Shawnette said it looked so bad because Jackie was kissing up, is it Evan or Ivan? Evan, and Teresa was running around telling them rumors. Yeah, she was. Like literally right in front of them, she's telling other people that he is, stepping out. It's always the gym. It is, get your man a home gym. What you need a gym membership for? Your whole gym. I just ordered it off of Amazon. It's right here. Go downstairs to the basement and get buff for me. Or you go with him. I will be. Oh, we're going to work out? Okay. Let me get my juice. Let me get the keys. Let's go, Daddy. You're not getting buff without me. You over there getting a six-pack, and I'm sitting over here with this fupa from the 5 kids that I gave you. The devil is a liar. We getting buffed together. How about that? Shonda, you are messy. Thank you. Oh, you think Teresa, who came back at the end? Teresa? To finish the conversation with Jackie? I think Teresa got out of there because she didn't want Jackie to keep on running her mouth, and she did that. She couldn't hit Jackie. And I think that's what she wanted to do. If she could do a prostitution whore on Jackie, she would have did it. Thank you, Virgo EJO. Yeah, Miss Brown Sugar said, nah, I don't think so either. Teresa just flat out was just like, no, I didn't check the facts. No, I'm not telling you where I heard it. I said what I said. There's probably no validity, to it, right? Teresa probably just observed the same thing that we all observed, how he is vastly improving his looks. I'm not saying that a man getting into his looks means that he's cheating. I'm just saying a lot of men who are in relationships who start improving their looks out of nowhere, a lot of them are cheating. Not all of them, but that's like a telltale sign that he is, changing up for something, because you're fine with the way he looks. So he starts changing it up. And you're like, why are you changing it up if I loved you just like that? What's going on? Now, he could just be going through a little midlife crisis and wanting to, instead of getting a Ferrari, he gets a gym membership. It could be that. I'm just saying. A lot of the times he doing that for another chick, somebody probably younger. Whoo, Lord. That's the first thing they do is get a gym membership. Why you got all this money? Why you need a gym membership? You got that big home. You can't put it. You know what? He can't put a gym in that home. Where would it go? They got all that stuff everywhere else. Where would it go? Yeah, Micheline. Teresa's giving us a show. Micheline said, I was here for Teresa and all her mess. Listen, did I like the tea? No, but I will be honest with you. I went up for Teresa. When she walked into that party, it was just like, did you hear about Evan and him cheating on Jackie at the gym? Like, she just did not hold back. I was just so shocked. I don't know why I'm so shocked by Teresa, but I was just like, oh my God. She did not wait. Teresa said, I'm showing up to work. I'm at work. This is what we do at this job. Let's go. Margaret, I think I downloaded that picture of Margaret because I was still laughing at it. This picture, I love Margaret. This picture of Margaret, trying to be the mediator. Like, I love Margaret. She's hilarious, but she was a terrible mediator. She was just like, oh no, I wouldn't like that. That was said about me either. Oh no, this isn't fair. I wouldn't say that. And then she just walked away. She was just like, they're cussing. They're cussing. Like, Margaret was a terrible mediator. But her reactions, this whole episode, she's hilarious. Such a good fit for this show. Yeah, Miss Brown Sugar, Dolores is light. And I didn't know she was light until, I don't know when it was. I think it's when she was fighting with Danielle or 2 seasons ago. And like, Danielle said something and she jumped up. And when she jumped up, I could see her arms and it was just blotchy. And so she's a lot lighter. Not like, I think she's more out. Like, this is the thing. From what I saw, Dolores is more olive than she is brown. Teresa is like really, really light. Really, really light. Coos Girly, the best seasons of The Real Housewives of New Jersey are all the old ones. I think it for me, when the Judices and the Manzos started fighting, that's when it went downhill for me. Yes, JB says what? I'm still going to review Dallas. I just have to catch up on Dallas, but I'll be caught up on Dallas this week. I'm supposed to be the shows that, because I introduced Married at First Sight last week, and I just decided to introduce like 2 new shows a week, like the shows that I'm going to do a week, just because it's just way too much for me to do. Like I said, during the day, I'm auditioning. Like right before I got on this live with you guys, I had finished up an audition. So I just don't have the time in the day. The evenings are a lot better for me to film, and then during the day, I'm editing. So I just thought it would be, easier for me to just introduce 2 shows a week to see how I can handle the workload. JG said, but did y'all see the sneak peek from next week? Teresa has a crush on Jackie's husband. Really? I didn't see that. Because my DVR just records the episode. It doesn't do. Damn it. I probably gonna watch it online. Oh, I did not see that. You know what? And another thing, Teresa, you were lying. The reason why I told you this is because since I've become single, married men are trying to hit on me. And so I just felt bad for you. Teresa, just say, I didn't like what you did to me last season. I don't like the fact that you come on my show and you come for me and don't back down. I don't like the fact that you're not acting like a flunky on a show that I made popular. Just say that. I don't like the fact that you was, exposing my tea, having a good little cackle and laugh with my sister-in-law about me stepping out on my husband when I didn't even tell my kids that I was dating somebody else. Just say that, but she won't. She'll make up all of these lies. It went from, oh, it was just a rumor that I heard, so I wanted to tell you, to, oh, I'm only telling you because married men are trying to hit on me. Teresa, what? What? I just wish you would stand in your mess. Miss Brown Sugar said, tell him to go run a couple miles. Then I got some furniture for you to move around for the strength training. Okay? You don't need a gym membership. I am your gym. Work me out. Ciao. JG said, yes, y'all. It's on Twitter. I was like, what the F? Like Jackie said, I have the life you want. Turns out to be literal. Oh, I was cackling when Jackie was like, I won. I have the life you want, Teresa. I won. And Margaret is in the background like, this is going to be such a good season. I'm so proud of them. I am so proud of them because I wanted this show recast, but y'all proved me wrong. Y'all proved me wrong. This episode, y'all better keep it up. Y'all better keep it up because I was done with New Jersey. But baby, this scene, Margaret was like, oh my God, what's going on? She's hilarious. Oh gosh. Yes, Micheline. Got a whole fupa after having your kids, and now you want to be buff. The devil is a liar. We're going to let ourselves go together. Yep. JB says what? I didn't want to say it. JB says what? Said Martell from Love and Marriage Huntsville. The signs were there. The signs were there. And then in the season trailer, we did see Jackie crying and saying, well, marriages are going, some marriages go through tough spots. Oh, God. Listen, I ain't even going to lie to you. If Evan becomes single, I'm not hopping in them DMs, but I may follow his Instagram because, listen, whatever he is doing, money well spent. Money well spent. He is doing something. Miss Brown Sugar said, is Teresa off parole or probation now? Because you know what? She's just waiting until she can throw hands or tables. Oh, that's why she walked away, girl. She's on probation. Teresa, the only reason why Teresa got out so early is because she's going to be on probation for like 5 years. Teresa's going to be on probation for a very long time. That's why she got out of prison so early. See, Micheline said a majority of them is cheating. I'm so sorry. I used to work at the gym. Ryan said he got to go to the gym to get away from all those kids. Can't work out in the house if he doesn't have to. Listen, that house, I was suffocating just looking at it. Can you imagine? He seems like such a good dad, though. He seems like such a good dad when he was telling his kids about working out. I'm going to be all over that Instagram. Ciao! Jackie, he looks good. I can't. I'm trying to be very respectful, but he was not looking like this when y'all first came on the show. Now, girl, he doing something. He doing something. And whatever he's doing, it's working. It's working. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, girl. I'm sorry. Oh, Lord. Oh, hold on. The comments are jumping. Oh, Jimmy G, Love and Marriage Huntsville is a mess. Jazzy Go said, Margaret, my girl, I'm telling you, she had me in tears this episode. Margaret was on Watch What Happens Live last night and said the producers kept her out of the room from Teresa and Jackie. Oh, wow. Good call on them, because watching her react to that was absolutely hilarious. I love Margaret and that tacky house and her messy mother. Like, she is just a great addition to this show. Feel Good said, my favorite is Jennifer. Jackie has some real insecurities with body. Yeah, she really, really does. She was, you know what? Remember, she was having some eating flare-ups last season. Some eating disorder flare-ups last season. And she was saying that she was really doing, remember, she was saying she was, I'm saying remember, like, they're going to be like, yes, girl. But remember, she was talking about how she was having some issues. I wonder if Evan was the issue. Oh, God. Oh, thank you, JB Says What? Oh, thank you, Tracy. I can't, you know what? Yeah, I can't play it on here because YouTube like to copyright me. Yeah, that's one thing about Teresa Jazzy Go, because Jazzy Go said Teresa is mourning and sad and just wants to make Jackie miserable, and she's intimidated due to her being educated. I will say this: when Teresa is going through, she gets worse. She gets worse, because you go from crying about your father in this episode to trying to destroy this woman's marriage by the end. Like, not even by the end. The first scene that we saw was Teresa crying and letting us know that her father passed. And then right after that, she was at the party talking about Evan cheating. Like, girl, nobody can even feel sorry for you. Like, nobody on the cast can even try to be like, oh, girl, because you just being messy out the gate. She showed up to work. She showed up to work. Joe Gorga, that's what Phil said. Phil Good said, Joe Gorga says that Teresa is spiteful and holds a grudge. Oh, absolutely. Miss Prostitution Whore. Because up to now, I don't know why she was mad at Danielle. Danielle ain't do nothing to you. She didn't write nothing in that book about you. She was beefing with the Manzos. That was none of your business. Shonda said, Teresa is married to the check and will always bring it. Yes, she will. And yes, Marge was stressed. Yeah, Shonda. Teresa probably guessed too. I'm thinking, Shonda said, I think Teresa just guessed and it was actually true. I'm thinking that Teresa was seeing what we were seeing and was just like, oh, he gotta be messing with somebody. And I think she just said that. And because she didn't want to say it as an assumption, she wanted to put some power behind it and say that she heard it. But if she didn't hear it from production, I think Teresa was probably assuming stuff because of how this man looks. Like, he has changed drastically, right? So because of how he looks, like a lot of us, she is probably assuming the same thing and said it. And Jackie's reaction made her believe, or just, for all of us, it was just like, well, girl, is it true? Because why are you acting like that? So that maybe, turned Teresa up a bit more, because she was just like, oh, I got her on something. I think she was just throwing stuff out there, and that thing landed, and she stayed right there because it's hurting Jackie, who hurt her last season. She embarrassed her for her first season on the show, and she hurt her last season because Jackie was the one who brought those cheating rumors about Teresa to the show. She was also the one who checked her about Joe when she was coming after Melissa. Teresa been had it out for that woman. JB says, what I will say, I do follow Mel and Martell, so Jimmy G, I can't judge too much. Listen, if he fine, he fine. You know what I mean? We're not saying that we're going to be in the DMs like, when are you going to be around my area? We're not doing that. But if he fine, he fine. Listen, I don't know if Jackie's husband is cheating. I will say he looks a lot different from when we met him. Okay? Because I was watching him this episode, like, Girl, he looked different. Girl, he looked different. Ciao. Ciao. JG said they all seem like good dads and oh yes, they all seem like good dads and be terrible husbands. Yes. Yes. JG said so true. Teresa is Kenya. Miss Brown Sugar, you called it. JB says what said Jackie should be messy and reach out to Kim D and Jacqueline as some get back. I don't think Jacqueline would be involved in a mess. I think she's done, right? But Kim D, that crazed smoking heifer is always ready to be the mess on the show. Well, she was shopping at Posh and she came in with a man that wasn't her husband. I love messy Kim D. Oh, I love her. Oh yeah, she is. I agree that Jackie gives me Wendy from Potomac. Oh, absolutely. Giannis said, I think Teresa is too dense to not understand analogies. Teresa is Thomas Rock. I do think that she is just very oblivious. I really, really do. I think Teresa is very oblivious, but I also think that Jackie knew exactly what she was doing. Jackie will meet Teresa in hell, but she won't stay there. She'll get up and be like, I'm better than this. Like, come on. Teresa will be like, oh, I'm waiting for when you come back down here. I'm going to stay. I'm going to get comfy. Oh. She has, Phil. I will say that. Phil said Jackie has been coming for Teresa from the gate. Jackie always mentions Teresa in an argument and always lets her know that she is a lawyer. She does. Jackie has always been coming for Teresa. But again, she was making a splash on her first season. So what do? You come for the top dog. If you really that girl and you want to stay on this show and you want to make a splash with the viewers, you know that Teresa is a villain. So there are a lot of people who are not featuring the villain. So what do? You go after the villain. So the people who don't like her will come and support you. And I'm telling you, my Twitter that whole night was Team Jackie or Team Teresa. Oh, Jimmy G, she was lost. From the minute that Jackie said analogy. Teresa, what? What? She don't know. She don't know. Jazzy Go, yeah, that platinum lady, I think it's her and another brunette that we haven't met. I think they're the friends of the show. I'm not impressed. Because she kept on trying to get into the mess, and I'm like, girl, you got to do better. Oh, yeah, Jackie is just as, I don't think that Jackie is as messy as Teresa, but Jackie got the same mouth. Her and Teresa got the same mouth. Jackie is just smarter about it. Hey, Virgin Love 8, thank you so much for the super chat. Virgin Love 8 said, Jersey girls being Jersey girls. Nasty. Thank you so much for the super chat. I would love, listen, we don't have to have a Real Housewives of Philly because I think there will be so much violence. Can we just be real? There will be a lot of fighting on the show, and y'all can have fighting on the show, but I would love a Philly girl to be on Jersey. I would love to get a Philly girl in there. A nice little South Philly chick. Oh. She will last one season, though, because she will fight everybody, but it will still be good TV. I miss Mob Wives. Anyway, Serena Davis said, I finally caught you live. Love your content. Continue to shine bright, beautiful queen. Thank you, Serena. Oh, JB says what? Says, who writes her books? Can I tell you JB says what? I cannot remember. But I'm telling you, it was like 2 years ago. Teresa's ghostwriter was revealed because I think this ghostwriter was writing for a political figure. And I think it was discovered that she was the one who had wrote all of Teresa's books. I cannot remember who that person is, but that was a time on Twitter when her ghostwriter was discovered. Jimmy G said, I only remember Jackie defending Melissa over "you need to control your husband" comment. Oh no, Jackie was waiting for a moment to come for Teresa. She was talking about Teresa the whole time. Let me just be very clear here. Jackie is a fan. Jackie is a fan of Teresa. She always has been. However, I love the fact that she don't let Teresa bulldoze her. Teresa knows that this woman, she can't get her. So I think that's why she was so excited when Jackie started to get emotional about this rumor, because I feel like Teresa felt like she finally got her on something, because Teresa has been looking for a very long time for something on Jackie, because she could never get Jackie. Jackie never backed down no matter what. Yeah, we have two friends of the show this season. They showed some pictures of them on their Instagram page. I'm not interested. I'm really not. I'm not interested, but we'll see. Yeah, Miss Brown Sugar. I don't know the name, but I remember everybody was just like, "You wrote Teresa's books?" Oh, that poor lady. Feel Good said, "What about the Jennifer family tea?" What's the Jennifer family tea? What's the Jennifer family tea? Phil. Oh, hey, Serena. Serena said, "I watch you on break during surgeries." Look at me. I'm a surgical tech. You make my day so much better. Oh, thank you. Look at us. We're doing good over here at NikkiStar TV. We got surgical tech. Thank you. Thank you so much for enjoying my content. Oh, Teresa don't write none of that stuff. She's just the face of it. Yes. See, we're getting enough clues, because I remember it was her parents cooking too. Jade. Jonas said, Jackie always argues like she's in a courtroom and not like a human, just like LVP and Phaedra. But like Phaedra, Jackie made mistakes of slander that will take a wordsmith down. True. Feel Good said, Jackie don't back down because she knows Teresa can't hit her because she will sue. True as well, because Teresa's not a wordsmith like Jackie, right? Teresa can't get you with her words. Teresa's a fighter. And the fact that she can't fight, she runs away. She'll throw a glass or she'll run away because she's used to flipping tables. Oh, the mom and dad living together. I actually wasn't shocked that everybody is literally, moving away from the mother. I felt like that was going to happen. I'm gonna be real with you. I felt like Jackie's mother was going to have her day last season, because when a granddaughter came for her for being homophobic against her own son, I was just like, oh, we trying to get grandma out the paint. Like the whole family was not letting up on her. Now it's just like the whole situation has gotten worse. They don't even deal with her. Child. Jennifer, you better fix it with your mother before she start talking to TMZ. Uh-oh. Hey, S. Davis, thank you. Oh, thank you. Oh, S. Davis, thank you so much for the Cash App. Thank you. What's up to my surgical text? Yes. Spread me all over the, not spread me, but spread my content all over, wherever the surgical tech place. Look at me, I don't even know. The hospital, are you at the hospital? Wherever you're at, let them know. Tell them to come on in the room. Masanje Bamba, what happened with Mob Wives is that the people who made Mob Wives didn't want to come back. Drita didn't want to come back to the show because she hated how Karen did her. Then Big Ange died, and the show just never. After that, it was just like two main cast members were not going to be back on the show, and those were two really important characters. So, VH1 just didn't renew the show, and then Jennifer, she keeps on. Was that her name? Is that the girl named Jennifer? Jennifer keeps on trying to do something again with Mob Wives, like Mob Family, and it's just not working. I think that season has passed, but baby, when Mob Wives was good, it was good. My favorite was always Drita. Drita, who could not fight but always had hands. Get up, Karen. No, Karen, that was her name. Karen. Karen, was it Karen Graziano? Renee Graziano. I forget Karen's name, but Karen's last name. But listen, when Drita ran up, Drita ran up in that scene, dropped her purse and said, "Get up, Karen," and just started wailing on this woman. Mob Wives, they could not film Mob Wives today because you cannot film Mob Wives without fighting. Like you can't. Like that's what those girls do. They brawl. It can't. But baby, back in the day, if VH1 really, like we're in a pandemic right now, a lot of us are home unless you're in Jersey or Atlanta. But if they really want to like get some coins, play them old Mob Wives episode, baby. Drita, still that girl. Yeah, Ryan Round said Jennifer's pulled her dad out of her mom's house because she's emotionally abusive to him. Like she was emotionally abusive to her brother. Child. But Jennifer need to get her mother because before her mother start talking to TMZ, because that's spiteful mom. She'll start telling some tea. Shonette Honey said Jennifer's dad left the mom for being mean to him. Oh, JB says what? Said just found the tea on the ghostwriter. Share it, because I done forgot half of it. Oh, Jimmy G said, did we discuss Dolores and her doctor boyfriend arguing over her surgeries? I thought that was weird. Is he against plastic surgery? This is the thing. I agreed with David, right? In the beginning, when David was talking about, we didn't discuss it. We're discussing it now. In the beginning, when David was talking about how she looks great, she didn't need it, that bothered me, right? Because I'm just like, it's not for you. Men, wake up. It's not for you. Like, she wanted to do that to her body. Then David was just like, you're older. So if something happened, you could have passed away. That when I realized that's why he was saying that, to like let her know that, you could have died. So he was very concerned about her. But Dolores was making it seem like he doesn't like elective surgeries because he thinks that she's great the way she is and he doesn't want him to change anything. He's a surgeon, right? So he knows how serious surgeries are. So in his mind, he's just like, if you don't have to get it, I don't recommend you, getting it. I don't recommend you getting anesthesia, something to slow down your heart and to put your body in a comatose state. I don't recommend you doing that for a butt lift. So that's where I felt that he was coming from. So I agree with him. I really, really did. Because he was just like, you're not going to bounce back from stuff like that. You got to be really, really careful about that. So he was just really concerned about his girlfriend. So it was weird to me at the beginning. Like I didn't like where it was going, where I thought it was going. But then he gave his explanation. I was just like, oh, okay. Team David on this one. But girl, he not going to marry you. Move on. Get up, Karen. Yes, JB says what? I was like, ah! Yeah, JG, Drita, she didn't like that, but she was still my girl. Jonas said, Nikki, do you believe Teresa, Joe, and Melissa conspire behind the scenes to come out with dramatic storylines so that Joe and Melissa stay on the show and that the whole family secure the bag and eats? Absolutely. 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 Guys, you will see it more and more this season because in the trailer where Melissa picks up the cheese and throws it at Teresa, fake. Where Joe is banging on the table, your husband, and throwing chairs, fake. Now, in the beginning, I think that's exactly who they are. I think they're all in a good place now. And I think they're all about the money. Melissa last year, thinking about having a baby. Oh, Joe, I want to have a baby. She was not. Melissa was not trying to have a baby. Storyline. But now the family drama and everything, because they don't have nothing else going on. You know what I mean? Teresa is now divorced from Joe. Joe is, has been deported to Italy. So Teresa don't have that criminal thing going on anymore, right? What does Melissa and Joe have going on besides the scams that they're not going to bring to the show? Somebody else is going to bring to the show. So they're going to create some family drama because this is, what they need. Remember, they were all doing a restaurant and they were fighting about the restaurant. Every season they are trying to make something up. I don't mind it because I'm glad that they're in a good place. I told you, I stopped watching the show when that family was really fighting. I didn't like it. When they were fighting at that baby's christening, I was just like, listen, I'm not judging nobody, right? My family is ghetto. We are ghetto. We have our moments, but baby, we are bougetto, okay? We're not fighting at no church. We're not fighting at a christening. We're not fighting at a hall. Will we, get it in at the parking lot of a mall? Maybe. Will you be able to see it? No. Like, we're not going to be embarrassing ourselves like that. I'm just like, this is a whole christening. Y'all are literally throwing hands while Teresa is holding a baby crying. That's too ghetto for me. Too ghetto for me. So it just got a little too real for me with that family fighting. Now that they're in a good place, I don't mind them faking these storylines. Melissa, you have to be loyal to your sister-in-law, and picking up the cheese and throwing it. Girl, bye. That was so fake. You'll see it. All of this family drama that they have going on this season, fake. They're all in a good place. I don't have a problem with it. Give me something to watch, but I don't believe it. Now they're all getting the bag. In the beginning, they were just dysfunctional. I think, her mother passing was when they were just like, her mother passing and Teresa going to prison. I think that's when, and all that, even before she went, all of that stuff leading up to it and the mother passing, I think that's when they were just like, yeah, we gotta move differently as a family. Miss Brown Sugar said, yep, and Jackie doesn't have any family or long-term friend ties that would make her back down to Teresa. I like the energy she brings to the show, but she was foul for bringing Gia into it. Listen, I love Jackie's energy. I love that she does not back down to Teresa. Do I have a problem with her bringing Gia into it? Listen, if it was me, I told you, I go low. All right. Like, if we're in an argument, it is what it is. We're fighting. We're at war. I don't touch nobody kids. That's just me. I leave kids and like parents and sickly family members and stuff. I'll leave them out of it. I can read your wigs. You know what I mean? I may read your dusty husband, but that's it. I'm not going to so for me, I wouldn't go to the kids. My thing is, the problem I have with Jackie is the same problem I have with Teresa. I gotta get my pizza. Own it. Just sit in your mess, right? Just be like, yeah, I did it, and what? I respect that so much more than the playing, oh, I was drunk, I didn't know what I was saying, or I'm telling you this because I don't want, you to be cheated on because married men are now approaching me that I'm single. Teresa, I wish you would have said in it, right? And the same thing with Jackie. Backing down now because people are saying that they didn't like the fact that you brought Teresa's child into it. Now it was just an analogy. You know what you were doing. There was some truth to that, and you know it would cut her. You knew exactly what you were doing. Don't say it was an analogy. You meant it. Now because of the backlash, it's an analogy. You were in the war of words. You and Teresa were fighting. She was cutting you and she was getting the best of you. So what did you do? She threw a knife at you. You threw a machete. Y'all in a fight. It is what it is. It is what it is. But now it's an analogy. Girl, you knew exactly what you were doing. Period. Oh, yeah. Jade, Drita ain't like that. Serena Davis said, spreading your love and laughs and positivity from Oklahoma. Hey, you're welcome. I'm here for whatever great content you want to share, sis. Thank you, Serena. Yona said, Mob Wives. Mob Wives had 5 fights per episode. It was getting too much. Like, can we have some verbal dialogue sometimes? The only time we ever have verbal dialogue and fun was when Big Ange put something together because they respected Big Ange so much, they would never fight around her. Outside of that, it was always, get up, Karen. Let's go. It got so bad. Mob Wives is the reason why all these reality TV shows have security now. If y'all remember back, Mob Wives, the first couple of seasons did not have security. I think after the last season where they were throwing glass and Drita's face got cut and then Karen's hand got cut. I think after that, that's when we started seeing security on that show, and every other show followed suit. Jennifer's dad did look broken. He also looked just like her brother. Jennifer's dad and her brother are twins. Oh, you know what, Jade? You're right. Jade is giving us some vintage tea. Jade said, I feel sorry because y'all remember that Teresa was talking about the Manzo's kids in her books. And when Caroline checked her, she said it was a joke. Yep. 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 She also did talk about Danielle's kids, and it's always a joke, or she didn't mean it like that. But if you say anything about her children, child, she loses it. Even when people were defending Teresa, because I remember when Gia, is that the oldest one? There was one that would, I think it's the oldest one. She cusses Teresa out. I hate the way she talks to Teresa. And I remember Teresa like cussing people out on Twitter for defending her against her child. You can't say nothing about them girls to her. Yeah. JB says what? That's why I'm loving hip hop as security because of my wives. Jade, why are you taking me back? Jade said when Karen, an old girl, jumped Drita at Renee's botch booty party. Listen, do y'all remember there was, and I think this was way before Instagram, but there was a time when all the mob wives ladies was dating like rappers. Child. They were, that show was a mess back in the day. I forget what was the other girl's name. She was dating some like young rapper, and I was like, what in the hell is going on? It was her, Renee, and Karen, and they was dating these young rappers, and I was like, what the hell is going on? What the hell is going on? Such a good show. Jonas said, Nikki, are you excited about the Real Housewives of Miami reboot? Absolutely. Hopefully, wives of color now and some Trump supporting Cubans like the old times. Yes. They have to have that Lisa, the girl, the only Democrat in Florida. Lisa, they got to have her on there. I think they're also going to bring back Larsa Pippen, but I think the rest of the people will be new. I really, really do. Yeah, Miami was good. I don't know why it got canceled. Oh, was it Melania? Whatever. It's one of them. Can I just say with Teresa's kids, child, but you know what? I can take her. She can't beat me. Listen, two of Teresa's daughters. It's two of her daughters. I'm just like, who the daddy? Who the daddy? Let me see, because it's two. It's what I will say that for her daughters, two look exactly alike. Two look like the older version or the younger version of the other one, and the other two do the same thing. But it's two of Teresa's kids, and I'm just like, these kids don't look like you or Joe. Can y'all see these two? Like these two look exactly alike. No, no, no. Yeah, these two look exactly alike, and these two look exactly alike. But these two, I'm just like, now are these two? Are they the boyfriend? Child. No, 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 no. It's not. It's just hold on. I don't know the names, but this one ain't giving me Judice. This one ain't giving me Judice. This one, J-Lo. Jackie, if we're going to get messy, Jackie, do some digging. Do some digging. We might have Afro Latina on this show because I always look at her like, where the hell is Joe Judice in this child? Let me stop. Call me, Jackie. Call me. We can talk. Let me stop. The blonde daughter, you know what? I didn't say something that everybody was thinking because the comments agree. So y'all been thinking that too. Y'all been thinking that too because I've been looking at this little girl from the beginning like, whose child is this? The rest of them look just like Joe. Teresa, we all have had slip ups, okay? Gabriella, yes, Miss Brown Sugar. See, JG said, say it. Okay, so we all been thinking it, but nobody wanted to say it. So y'all wanted to lead me out there to say it. Now y'all want to agree. Oh God. Oh my gosh. Everybody, the whole comments. Yep, Gabriella. Oh God. Yeah. Listen, them rich kids doing coke. Listen, like anybody who went to school with like rich kids, they do everything. They just have the money to go to rehab so that they don't get addicted to this stuff. But ciao. The rich kids that I went to school with were doing everything. We were children. 14 years old, they taking acid in the back of the school. I'm like, acid? I didn't even know they still made that drug. I thought that was like a drug my parents did. Not my parents, but you know, the hippie days, Woodstock days. Oh yeah, Gabriella also don't feel like that family. Gabriella don't film no stuff. She don't feel like them. She's just like, I'm not filming. G is always ready. Always ready to be on camera. Her and Melania, always ready to be on camera and to cuss Teresa out. One thing about them too, they will read that woman for filth. Nobody can read Teresa better than her kids. They will read her for filth. And I'll be in there like watching the show like, oof. Just a little. Like, girl, you can do something. You just let them cuss you out. Oh, see, I've never seen Joe's mom. So Paige RL said Gabrielle looks like Joe's mom. Okay, that could be it. But I've always looked at that baby and I've always been like, are we going to have that conversation? Now, y'all said that she looks like Joe's mom. So that could be it. That could be it. Oh, wait, I got to read this comment. Miss Brown Sugar said, we're like the cousins who finally got to compare notes after Uncle Tommy's funeral. Okay. We sitting down at the repast like, she looked like Gregory. You know what I mean? Ciao. Oh, yeah, the way Gia cussed Teresa out about that when she was getting her prom dress. Baby. But anyway, guys, I've had a great time. Guys, we've been on here for 3 hours. Let me stop. Because you know, when people got to watch the playback, they be cussing your girl out. So let me cut it here. I've had a fun time with you guys. Moving forward, this will be a Jersey chat. Next episode, I'll mix it again with the Real Housewives of Salt Lake City and Real Housewives of New Jersey. But then after that, we'll just make this a Jersey chat. I was going to like edit this, like do an edited review of this, but I'm having too much fun. So we're going to keep Jersey as a live chat. But thank you so much for taking time out of your busy day to spend time here with me over at NikkiStar TV. I totally appreciate your love and support. It means the world to me. But I got to get out of here. We've been on here for far too long and my stomach is growling. It's pizza time. Thank you, Shonda. Love y'all. See you guys. Oh, tomorrow. I'll see you guys for Love at the Lockup tomorrow. And I should have like 3 edited reviews up for you guys to watch in the morning. We will see. But thank you again for stopping by to come see about your girl. Love you. And I'll see you soon. Bye. Yes, like the video. I know, Kyla. My stomach is growling, girl. I got to get out of here. Thank you. Love y'all. Bye.